Doing? How's everybody? Welcome to the CE Tool Den Tool Talk Wednesdays live stream. How you all doing? We are here today, thriving. Ray canceled, boo. Jill, have a good week so far? Hi, Clint. I had a good day today. I definitely had a good day today. Oh, good. So, guys, I want to show you guys something cool. I got this. Hi, Belle. That's my daughter, Belle, on the thing. Izzy's down there. So, look at it. I want you guys to see the new T-shirt. Check this out. I think some of you guys will love this T-shirt. Yeah, I wish that. Yeah, I don't have the AA. I need Tool AA, not. Yeah, it's not a dead street, Someway. How you doing, Someway? All right, check this guy. Guys, check out this new T-shirt I got from Grunt Style. Hope you guys like it. It just came out last week. I got it a few days ago in the mail. They're tools, so it's not hoarding. Clint, this would fit you good. This type of shirt. You need this shirt, Clint, because you got more tools than I do, I think. What do you guys think? I like the grunts. I kind of wish they had like other colors. I mean, I like the black with the red, but pretty cool. When I showed my wife this, I got the eye roll. It's not hoarding. Yeah. Clint, you need this shirt. You need that one. Maybe you'll get the eye roll. That's exactly right, Matt. You got to get this shirt. I think I got like 20% off of the shirt, because Grunt always does deals anyway. But I really like this. As soon as I saw it, I didn't want to tell my wife about the shirt until I got it and I showed her. And let me tell you, eye roll. Matt says, I was saying, let me guess, you got out of prison today. Actually, at 3 o'clock I did, if you know what I mean. Hey, Retros, how you doing? Beer is just not just for breakfast anymore, some way says. Yep. Well, over here, tools are the life blood of the house, and I definitely get beat on that one. I mean, maybe rightfully so. I earned that. I mean, she's not happy about it, but I think we live every day. I think we earn our right to do what we need to do, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, you know what I mean? And buying tools and using tools, and it's not hurting anybody. Heck, it's improving your life, because you get to fix things with something that you have instead of paying thousands of dollars. You save money, guys. You save money. You save the do-re-mi. And I'm going to save the do-re-mi. I need to save plenty of do-re-mi now. But, I mean, it is what it is. Yep. That's right, Matt. We got to fight for our rights to buy tools. And this is my protest. This is my Antulfa shirt. Antulfa. Gotta fight for a right. That's right. And I don't care how many eye rolls I get. I'm gonna win on this one. So just to let you guys know, today, check this out, guys. Thanks to Clint. Clint sent me a link today on a new screwdriver. Well, not it's a screwdriver that's been out for a while. So, check this out. Clint sent me a link today, and we have the Cobalt diamond tip ratcheting torque zone. Let me get this, flip the camera over so you guys can get a better look. Cobalt's diamond tip ratcheting torque zone screwdriver, right? It comes with, it's kind of like the ratcheting, it's kind of like the ratcheting Klein in a sense. Not exactly, but Clint says if I buy close to, yes, but I had to buy this one though. I had to. Yeah, Matt. Clint forced me to go to Lowe's today because I had to get this. So this is a 9-in-1, but online it says 10-in-1. I counted like a 10-in-1. Somebody says, are you familiar with Willie the Wimp? He was a famous gangster that was buried in his Cadillac. I imagine it will be for, yes. Some way. That's a potential. That's a potential. 1,500 pounds plus whatever I weigh at that time, maybe about 5 pounds. I don't know. By that time, because you know how some people just don't eat. So, this is what I got to show you guys. So, thank you, Clint. That this, I got to thank Clint. Today only. So, you have this screwdriver. It's $25, $24.98, regular price. In store, this is $17.48 or $17.98. So it's on sale. You twisted my arm. All right. That's what it was. $17.98. But online, this was $9.98. So we went from $25 to $9.98. $10. And then I had a $5 Lowe's money from the rewards program. I had $5 of Lowe's money. I applied that to the sale. $5.60 with tax. $5.60 for tax. I got this ratcheting screwdriver. Now, as far as like the Klein version, let me get the Klein version out. I gotta find out where's the Klein version. Here it is. So I really don't have many of these styles of screwdrivers. The Klein's the only one I have. That's a ratcheting one. So the only ratcheting one I have is basically this one. These two now. But let's take a look. So I'm actually very happy that Clint showed me the way, because I just did a video on these last night and getting bits. So I got these bits and I did the video on this. So for you guys that watch the video, it can make these 6-in-1 style of screwdrivers a lot better. Now with this one, the Klein version, this one comes with the 1-inch double-ended bits. So you can't really fit these 2-inch bits or 3-inch bits. Some of them are 3 inches, some of them are 2 inches. Let me get like a 3-inch one. So there's one of these, one of those. That's not going to fit. So this is not, you would have to buy aftermarket ones of these. Klein sells these types of bits too, by the way. I have, I bought a set of this style, this size. This is like 1-inch bit in a Milwaukee flavor with the ECX on ECX1 on one side, ECX2. I just got to find it. I don't remember what I did with it. But here is the Klein version of ECX, which is like a, I would say it's like a 2-inch bit. Maybe it's like 1 3/4 inches. Let's see. Oh, somebody says, so I got my Klein ratcheting ball grip screwdriver. My expectations were not very high, and yet it is below that. I much prefer. Yeah. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? So listen, I understand that Annex is really hard. It is an amazing screwdriver. You know, I mean, I don't blame you if you think the Annex is, you know, I looked at feature for feature. It was tough. I mean, it is close for me for the best screwdriver on the market. But so we'll get into this one in a little bit. So I said, you know what? I don't have a screwdriver that's ratcheting, that's like a 6-in-1, 10-in-1, 11-in-1 with the 2-inch bits. So this one, this Cobalt one, comes with a 2-inch bit, a 1-inch bit, a double-sided with the ball detent on this one. So it's got the holder for the 1-inch bit, right? But when you flip the shaft on this one goes in there. Let me get this in there. Now you have your standard like 2-inch bit. Now you can justify yourself using one of these with this little kit of the ball detent style. And now it's ratcheting. So basically, I would say this is the first ratcheting screwdriver that uses this style of bit that's ratcheting, that not labeled Mega Pro. Mega Pro is Mega Pro. Yeah, I agree with you. The Annex is definitely more smoother than the Klein. But the problem, like, this thing's tough, right? They're both tough. But the thing that would scare me with this one is you have smaller teeth. You got 72 tooth versus a 24 tooth. So you got a bigger gear over here on your Klein. If you're applying a lot of torque, whether in the lock position or in the ratcheting position, you have the potential, more of a potential, to strip out that gear than you would with this one. That's going to have bigger teeth, bigger gears, a bigger gear, because this one's more smooth. Now, yes, this is a lot more smoother than this. I mean, it's not even close. This thing just obliterates the Klein of the smoothiness. This is why I said, I've been saying this for a while, since I got the, I think, honestly, I think the sweet spot for tooth on a ratchet to give you the smooth is going to be the vessel. Because, yes, it's still going to be less smooth than the Annex. The Annex is always going to be the best, because that smooth mechanism, basically no back drag. This has lowish back drag too, and this one has no back drag also. I don't feel any back. This is so simple. But this 36 tooth, I think, definitely trumps the 24 tooth. But this is still smooth, guys. This is still my favorite screwdriver now. This is still my top dog. And this is still probably number 2, but it's very close. I mean, like, if you had to put these in percentage forms, this would probably be 52%. This would probably be 48% for the number 1 spot. If I was voting for these, this would be 52. This would be 48. Like, that's how close these two are. And then this one gets 3rd place. So out of these are my top 3 screwdrivers I have in the shop that I love the most. And along with this one, the blue Tajima one, because it's the same screwdriver as this, just with a different blade. But, I mean, where is it? Here it is. So, these two get the next, but I gotta say, guys, I want to see this with the 36 tooth. I think that would be the sweet spot. Yeah, Silek and Matt, the Annex is going to be tough. It's a tough screwdriver. It is. It's gonna win. But I'm just scared of it happening one day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying the potential is higher for it to happen. So, but if you're doing a lot of like gentle work, this is probably what I would choose. Like really light work. Not that this can't handle high torque. This can handle high torque. I mean, I've used it for high torque too. But I just figured that this one's more built for high torque. But this is still built for highish torque too. Retro says, I want to try out the red Annex ratchet screwdriver. It's different from the gray. Yes. Hold on. I got it right here. So, Retros, this is the one you're talking about. You're going to be kind of disappointed because this doesn't have the locking feature. This only goes ratcheting tight or loosening. It doesn't have a middle stop lock button. So this is why this one's superior. But this one does have a 60 tooth mechanism. So this is a 60 tooth ratcheting screwdriver. But it only has locking and unlocking. There's no, I mean, loosening and tightening. So it's not like a three-way. It's only a double duty run right there. That's the only negative. This is why I recommend this one over the 60 tooth. I still like this, and I'll use it because if I just want to do, if I don't need the locking feature, yeah, this is worth it. Matt says, I've been using the Klein on cabinet hardware today, and it has enough back drag. I can't do the ratcheting thing on the machine screws. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how you use it. I understand. I understand that this is going to be better because the 72 teeth on this is, for what you're doing with it, Matt, this is what I would recommend by far. Somebody says, Rectify, it has the twist lock like on a doorknob that everybody says it's awkward, but it does not have a fixed lockout. Yeah. Yes, that's the thing with this red one. It doesn't have the fixed lockout. So you might be disappointed. Annex locks with no play and $10 cheaper. Yeah, well, you're not gonna, you have a valid point. This is like, I mean, you guys come up with great points. You know, there's something to be said between these two. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like, it's gonna be a pick your poison. People are gonna be, half the people are gonna be Klein, half the people are gonna be Annex. I'm on the Klein side, but just barely, guys, just barely, because I do love this screwdriver. This is still, like I said, it for the features that I like on a screwdriver, which is different than what your preferences are. I think the Klein edges out, but barely, because for a long time this was my go-to screwdriver. This was the main dog of this house, but this is like third place right there. Third place is this one. But I still use this one a lot too. I love this screwdriver, the Vessel. And like I said, Vessel is still my favorite brand of screwdrivers. I do like their grips. I just wish they would extend the grip all the way down here. And then maybe do something about making it more like this with the ratcheting mode, the knob here. So you can make, so it doesn't flip as you're using it. It's happened to me. Not that it's annoying to me. I know to some people it can be annoying. But maybe they'll make one, maybe the next third gen of ball grip for Klein, they'll make the stubby inside this. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of options here. Yeah, Matt, the weight in this is solid. Somebody says, yeah, both as a precision punch guy and an older handicap guy, I won't be crushing lag bolts with the hand driver. Exactly. So like I said, and it's cheaper. This is what I would recommend to most people that want something simple, and this is cheaper. Jeff says the Klein has ended up being my fidget spinner while I'm driving. Yeah, I could see that because I honestly use this one, or this one, or this one as a fidget spinner. I do the same thing, but like I'm in the shop. So when I'm in the shop, I only have these, take them to, in my truck when I need them. And I'll do the same thing you do, Jeff, but I actually do that a lot in the shop. So I constantly have one of these in my hands and I'm just like playing with the thing. Sizzleneck says Japan. Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong. The Japanese Vessel invented the ball grip. I mean, how awesome is this? This is basically the best design for a screwdriver of all screwdrivers of all time. Whether it's the Klein, the Annex, or the Vessel. Like, I am enjoying, and I'm going to continue to buy these ball grips because I love them. I have to get another one of these, though, but I have to get the ones with the fixed blades. Made in Japan. Because it has a fixed blade with, like a, that's kind of like the ECX bit, but they kind of want a lot of money, and the only place I can get it is AliExpress. But they want a lot of money for it. I'm sure if I was able to find it somewhere else, I would get it cheaper, but it kind of sucks. No, somebody, I'll give you Hey Dan, how's it going, Dan? Um, I don't mind it. You know why? Because sometimes, like say for example, this one. If I'm using this, sometimes I'll accidentally flip the switch to either lock or the opposite of direction, depending on which direction you're going. You might flip it into lock mode or tightening or loosening. And not that it's annoying to me, but it's happened to me a few times because of the design on this. If you're ratcheting with this screwdriver, and I know this happens to a lot of people, um, if you have the screwdriver, you might accidentally hit it while you're turning on this one. I like this one because they made it solid, just like they did with the here. Because I know with the Gen 1 of the ball grips, if you'd gone into a recessed area, you could accidentally hit this and the blade would pop out. And so that's why they made this a lot stiffer, and they made this a lot stiffer. So they basically improved on the design from the vessel, this part of it, and then they improved the design from the Gen 1 ball grip on this part of it. So you're having upgrades on this stuff. Yeah. And then I bought I went on Amazon, and last week I got the second one. So I have a second true grip of the ratchet one. So here's my second one. I'm debating if I should just leave this in the truck or just have a second one in the shop. I don't know. I mean, I got a lot of screwdrivers here as it is anyway. But I bought this on Amazon. So now I have two of these. Like I said, I love this. And here's the other thing. And this is kind of a negative towards Klein. Not that it's happened to any of us, but I don't know. It wasn't that long ago I saw this story. And I mean, take this for a grain of salt too. So a while back ago, I don't know, I think it was on Facebook or yeah, I think it was Facebook. Somebody on one of the tool sites was talking about the Gen 1 Klein with the ball grip. He broke the tip on his slotted side, and he tried to get a warranty done with Klein. And what happened was they pretty much told him to take a hike. He was even willing to buy the thing, but they just didn't want to hear him. That's kind of a negative strike for Klein on this. I think they should definitely sell these, but at the same time, I don't really mind because you can always get the Annex aftermarket ones, and I really like the Annex. You can get these. You can get these in a 2-pack, and they're JIS too. They're a little bit shorter than the Klein, but I do like I think I like the slotted head on the Annex better because it's kind of like a wedge design. Look at the wedge design compared to the curve. See how so this is actually a vessel design right here. That's why I believe this is one of the reasons why I believe Vessel was involved in the help of designing this screwdriver. So look at that. It's nice. It's like standard, but I do like this wedge design. I think it looks just like it'll be more aggressive and not as easy to break on the slotted. Now, that being said, when you look at the Phillips head, they're both very, very nice, well-shaped Phillips heads. But I would prefer the Phillips head on the Klein. Not that this is bad. It's just like for a recessed area, if you got like a minimum, look how much thicker the Annex is over the Klein. Let me get this. There you go. Let me get the friggin' light. I need a light over here. I gotta lean this somewhere. But it is a lot thicker on the. Let me see, where are we? It is a lot thicker, so you can get into a slightly more recessed area, and you have a little bit of a longer neck to get into said recess area. Look at that. But I have this one, so if I ever break one, I'll just take it off the red one, or I can just use this one, or the regular ball, the 2 grip. But yeah, so that guy ended up having a bad experience getting the yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the other thing. Like I said, Matt, you can get a 2-pack of the Annex, and they actually have like, I think they have like a dark gray or blackish one of this style in the 2-pack. Somebody says, I like the 110 millimeter double end. Dan says, one at Acme, second one will be here on Friday from Amazon. Yeah, I don't blame you, Dan, for getting 2, because I got 2. I mean, Klein sent me the first one, but the second one I got on Amazon. I figured it'd be here a lot faster. Like I said, I really like this. This is just nice. But this is more smooth. This is definitely smoother. I do like the locking mechanism on this, because it gives you got a point of reference there. You have the little lines, the marking lines, so you know where the little switch is at. I mean, it's highly visible. Where this one, you got the Klein symbol, and it points to where you're at. I mean, it's good and everything like that, but it's kind of camouflaged still, because it's all blacked out. But it's still good. I mean, I can flip it with one hand. But I do like the directional, the way the direction goes. So if you go right, you're going right. If you're going left, you got to move the locking mechanism all the way to the left, and you go left. I mean, that's with your typical ratcheting screwdriver. You got to go left to go right. You got to go right to go left. I mean, common sense. I don't know why a lot of companies do this. The opposite effect. You know, you got to go left for right. Why not just go right for right and left for left? I mean, that's kind of obvious. But it does get confusing, though. I will say I screw up sometimes on me. Oh, because I have so many ratcheting screwdrivers, whether it's these, any of my other bit drivers, or whatever. And then sometimes I get some of them have you right, you go right, you go left, or you go left, you go right, or you go right, you go left. Kind of confusing. So there it is. Somebody says, Carlos, breath was an issue. You try a vessel sack. Yeah. I have that in the loadout. Hold on. I have the Saki Subo bits. I keep one in my in one of my so here's one. I have one in the main EDC kit. But this is the Saki Subo bits from Vessel. And I like this, but I keep these in the EDC kit, you know what I mean? But I like this. This is definitely a lot skinnier. This is actually, to a lot of you guys that don't know, this is actually the same size bit as this, but this is just a more thinner profile. This is a JIS Phillips 2. Not Phillips, but JIS number 2. This is a JIS number 2. But look at the size difference on that, guys. That's crazy. That is the Saki Subo bits are fantastic. They're probably one of my favorite bits, especially because of the size, like how thin it is. It's very similar to the Milwaukee's, but the Milwaukee head has a bigger head, where the Saki Subo has the tiny head. Dan says, I have the original, then had to get the ratcheting annex as well. Matt says, you had you buy 6 2-packs though, but it was only $24. Yeah, but I like this. I'm definitely getting more of these. Oh, and speaking of which, so there's this screwdriver. So remember I did the video on this screwdriver, the Vessel. So the Vessel comes with those what is it? Those torsion zone silver bits. So the one I really want has the Saki Subo bits, but in 3.5 inches. So imagine this. This is a 6-inch bit. Imagine having a 3.5 inch bit. It's like 5 bits. There's 5 bits of these, but 3.5 inches that come with this. That's also on AliExpress, but they want a crap ton of money for it. So I'm waiting for a sale. They want like 60 something bucks, $63, just like this one. They want $63 with the fixed shaft that I want. I don't want it for the screwdriver. I want it for the shafts, and I want this one just for the bits. I don't care about the screwdriver because I already have one of these and I already have one of these. I don't need a second one of these or a second one of these. I'm happy with what I have, but I want those Sakisubo bits in 3.5 inches because these are actually really awesome, and they have a ECX style of one in that set. So definitely, I highly recommend these Sakisubo bits especially for like clearance areas, recessed areas. Like if you're taking apart like in electronics and you gotta like reach in there, this is definitely perfect for that. I mean, I enjoy it, but I gotta say though, Clint hit the home run today. He made me go to Lowe's and get this, and I'm happy with it. But I will say though, my knock on this, I do have a knock on this. Oops. Is it does skip a gear. It does skip a gear. Like when I was ratcheting it, you can feel like where it's either skipping a gear or it holds on to that gear. See right now it's like harder to ratchet. See right there. Oops. So I'm glad I only paid $5 for this because it doesn't have the best ratcheting mechanism, but it's good enough. It's decent. But there was a point where I felt like it would just like get stuck. See, it's smooth. It starts off really smooth, but then, oh, there it is. Wait a minute, I'm trying to replicate the situation here. But then it gets, I don't know how, like it just gets like stiff right there. It slows down, and it's almost like the gear just like locks up a little bit. You're still able to turn it, but then it's like really tough to turn. So that's my gripe with this one. But I mean, I think it's a decent screwdriver. It's the only one, it's a one of a kind for all the screwdrivers I do have. It is one of a kind, and it's diamond coated. But it does have that issue. I don't recommend paying $25 for it. If you can get this for $5 or $10, I would say go for it. But just be advised that the ratcheting mechanism can be a pain in the butt. There it is. And so it comes out somewhat smooth, and then it goes into that mode where it kind of wants to like lock or bind the gear. I don't know. I mean, but it is a functional, good ratcheting screwdriver, decent ratcheting screwdriver, and it's a one of a kind because I don't have anything like this. I mean, the closest thing I have is probably this 11-in-1 from Klein, where this is actually a much better, a million times better ratcheting mechanism than the Cobalt. This thing destroys the Cobalt in ratcheting mechanism. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that can happen. That's a possibility. Dynamic, you can never have too many screwdrivers. You got to see the amount of screwdrivers I have. I have like a crap ton, and then if you see the tool collector 72, he's even got way more than I happen. You know, I mean, it happens. But I mean, this can get annoying if you're trying to ratchet and you get that like that gear lock up, whatever it is. Right there. There it is. Now it's fine. Oop. It's almost like it's right there. See, it'll do it. It's intermittent. So it'll do it as you're ratcheting. But, I mean, I do like this. I'm just not in love with it. But for $5, I'm like, I went all in on this for $5. And I like it enough that it was worth $5 for me. Because, like I said, this thing, I don't have anything like it. The closest thing I have is this. And I can use those bit loadouts that I showed you guys last night in last night's video on this screwdriver. So it gives me a little versatility. This is something I'm probably not going to use very much, but there's going to be a day when it's going to become useful when I'm using these style of bits, and it's going to be worth it. And one thing I really like about this is with this bit loadout here, I now have a 1/4 inch drive with the ball detent. So usually with these bits, you don't ever find these with the ball detent, because if you buy the like a regular 1/4 inch socket drive, it's not going to fit in here because it doesn't have the ball detent, but this one does, from this little bit kit that I put together. So this is a Mega Pro. This is a Mega Pro from their automotive bit section. So you can put a 1/4 inch socket and use it as a nut driver. Let's try that out. Let's see what it looks like, because I didn't try it out with that yet. All right, let's see. I mean, it's gonna be pretty cool. So, oops. Let's try this one. This one is a 10 millimeter. Perfect. So you can put a 10 millimeter on here and use that as a nut driver. Now that's pretty cool. That's a nice setup. Look at that. This is nice, guys. This is really nice. I like this. That's one of the reasons why I decided to get something like this, because there's going to be a point where you want to use something like this, like a nut driver, and it'll work perfectly. I like it. I have no problems with it. Yeah, Alabama. Why wouldn't you buy it for $5? So basically, this was Alabama. This was $25 regular. In the store only, it's $17.48 in store on sale. Clint sent me the link online. This screwdriver is $9.98 online just today, just for today. And then I had $5 off of Lowe's rewards money. So I paid $5 and change. Yeah, dynamic. Yes, it was $10. Same thing here. I think it was like a countrywide thing. And it's only for today. Only. So I bought it. So if you guys want to buy it now before it turns back into $17 or $25. If you guys want to get it. If you guys don't want to get it, don't get it. But like I said, it's not perfect, but it's functional. It's decent to good. A decent to a good screwdriver. I recommend it for $5 if you have Lowe's money, or even $10. Like, I would pay $10 for this and I'll be happy with it. But I'm not going to pay I definitely wouldn't pay $25 for this. Even $17 would be a stretch. I don't know. It just depends. I mean, at $5, it was a no-brainer. I'm very thankful to Clint for that. Again, thank you, Clint, for that, for sending me the link. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is unique because it does have the option for 1-inch double-sided bits with the ball detent, or you can do the 2-inch bits on here, and then you have, it's like a 10-in-1, basically. It's a 10-in-1, and it's ratcheting. That's what kind of like drew me to this, is the fact that you can use these styles of bits on this screwdriver, but you have options too. Now you got a 1-inch bit, double-sided, and the 2-inch. I like that. I like that feature, and that's what makes this more valuable to me. And it's a no-brainer at $5. So that's what I said. Even the grip feels good on this. It's a good grip. I like how squishy it is, rubbery. The whole thing is rubbery. This is the plastic part is this gray part, and then the black around the plastic on the top of the handle, that's rubbery. But this does feel good in the hands. It's got a good shape where you can torque something heavy with this the way it is. So you can actually get some good grip and torque on this because of the spiral design on this. I like it. There's nothing wrong with that. Just the ratcheting mechanism can be a little bit wonky on this, but I like it enough that I could probably put this in a rotation, but it's probably not going to get used much. But it does have the diamond tips. Look at the diamond tip. Let me get that. You see the little shiny diamond tip? Look at that. So that I appreciate. They definitely went. Oh, Clint says, sent you a picture from Matt, and some America items I bought too. Oh boy, let me see what you got. Here we go. Heck yeah! Like I gotta get these. This is an awesome set, guys. This is awesome. Look at that, Clint. You send me the link for the knife. I think isn't that that's an Olight pen, right? Yeah, I might be getting. I want to get that one and that one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get this all four of these. It's gonna be expensive. Yeah, definitely gonna be expensive. Matt's got his is Matt is that your or is that Clint's hand on the Ratchet and Klein? Consumer, listen, master. Yeah, we got consumerism going on. Look, you know what? Master of Games is I love this the whole USA thing of it. And check this out, Master of Games. This is right here the pride and joy of the shop. This is why we love America here in the shop. So I definitely appreciate having those collector's items. This is the 250th year, so it's really cool. Here's another thing that I got at Home Depot a few weeks ago. I bought the bucket, and we're collecting a lot of these things because this is like a once in a blue moon generation. We got the older USA, the 250th anniversary tool from Klein, and then I bought that one. Even though it's not 250, it's got the American theme. And then I live in Mass, so we have the Patriots box, so it's easy to get. But I bought a second set of the 250th anniversary, so I can actually use these and not feel bad. But these are going to be in the package forever. Matt says that's why you need shorty Annex bits. Even fits in Veto pot. Listen, Matt. I like the shorty bits, but I'm telling you guys, nothing right now. You can't change my mind. The best bits for this style of screwdriver is my Geinzern. You cannot. My mind, like this is the perfect bit. So, oops. Check this out. We have this style of screwdriver. We have this style of screwdriver. All bit drivers. We'll throw that one there. So on a screwdriver like this that has a standard bit holder, a bit driver that has the long elongated bit holder, you have your 1-inch bits, and that's perfect for this. You got balance here. But here's the perfect bit, the 4-inch Geinzern, one of the best quality bits. You got this, and it's similar to what you got, Matt, in the picture. Here's your Weha central fix. Look at that. Look how balanced that looks, guys. Like seriously, I love this bit holder. Look at this, the vessel ratcheting. Look at that. This is like, to me, for this style of handle, this is perfect. These guys are, and then they sell 6 inches. They sell these in 6 inches too. I really like this, and they're magnetic. That's the one thing I like too. Like they're magnetic, so you can just use these, and you can use these in an impact driver, but I would prefer not to. I'm just gonna stick to my Makitas for impact driver. No, these are single-ended. The Geinzern, but they're pretty much one of the best bits I've ever had. Hold on, let me. Oh boy, let me see if I can get this thing to focus. There it is. Kind of. The Geinzern Fix Edge. These are on Amazon, guys. These bits are so good for like, I'm not going to say go on a limb saying these are the best impact rated bits because I don't know. I've only used this a couple of times on impacts. I will not use this. To me, is more of a bit driver bit. These are the best bit driver bits I've ever used in my life because it serves it's the perfect what I was looking for a bit bit drivers, multi-bit drivers. But if I want to use an impact, I like honestly guys, I love the Makita XPSs. The Makita XPSs are perfect for impacts. I've been using those for years. I have a lot of trust in them. I do like the newer Milwaukee bits that are out now. The latest gen. I think it's what, 4th gen Shockwave. The newest Shockwave ones that came out last year. Those are pretty awesome. I really am enjoying those bits. But the fact that these are out, these make the best multi-bit driver screwdriver bits right now, just bar none. Even the quality is there, guys. If you feel these, you can, like you say, oh man, this is a bit. This is a good bit. This definitely works. And then you can get yourself a 6-inch if you want a little bit more of an extended reach on this style of bit. So hold on. Here's the 6-inch compared to the 4-inch, and it's magnetized to each other. So look at that. So you have your 6-inch bit. So if you need to go in a little bit further out, you can get the 6-inch bits, and they're really not bad priced either. So you can get a bit driver and just put it on there if you need the extended one. There you go, guys. I mean, I love this. And you guys know that the best bit holder on the market, period, is going to be the Central Fix. This makes any bit that you put into this pretty much solid. It feels like a fixed bladed screwdriver. The next best one is going to be the Klein. But look at this, guys. This is your 6-inch bit, and that's pretty good. But I say as a standard, use the 4-inch because that looks really good balance. It looks like it belongs together. You know what I mean? Only for this style of screwdriver, because you don't want to be ridiculous and use something like this. This actually, you know what this reminds me of? You know those cigarette holders back in the 20s and 30s? Those people used to have with those extremely long shafts, and they'd put the cigarette and smoke it from like 10 feet away. That's what this reminds me of, guys. Like, that doesn't work. You kind of want some balance. I mean, if you need to get in a tight spot, I mean, I can see that. But like, this thing works good. I mean, even on the Annex, look at that. So the 6-inch bit looks really nice in there too. Look at that, because this thing is friction fit, and it really goes down. It goes down a good 1 3/4, 1.5 3/4. That's what an Annex looks like with the 6-inch bit, and then this is what an Annex looks like with the 4-inch bit. So for the people that want to rock this is perfect, guys. Perfect. This is why this is my bit of choice. But I do not put these in my EDC kits. They're in my Klein bag loadout. And the reason being is because the EDC kit is for smaller bits, and these are kind of bigger bits. Like, if I'm doing any job, this is what I'm going to take. I'll put it in my Klein bag. Like, I already have a set in my Klein bag. This is just another set I have. I have multiple sets. I need to get a multiple set of the 6-inch ones, so I can have this if I need to get into like a tighter area and I need a longer reach. But I love these bits, guys. I think they're the best of the best when it comes to multi-bit screwdrivers. Matt says, I just carry around one screwdriver with double-ended bits and I'm usually set. Yeah, I mean, you got to do you, man. You know what I mean? Whatever works for you guys. But for me personally, this is what I've been wanting. Like, I've tried so many kinds of bits. Like, this past year, I bought all kinds of bits, all kinds of name brands, all kinds of cheap Chinese ones, everything. And it wasn't until I found this one that I said, this is it. This is what I've been looking for a long time. The 4-inch bit. And it changed my life. because like I prefer multi-bit screwdrivers, and I like this style of screwdriver because you can use it. It's like I would prefer it over this because you're only limited to 1 inch, and then you can't get into like tighter reach areas because this flares out. You know what I mean? It gets thicker over here. Where something like this, if you put a longer bit, you can get into a tighter reach area with a screwdriver like this or this. You know, you have more balance. Clint says, for FYI, some of the Veto Evo bags are available for purchasing now. Yeah, I saw that. And they, oh, by the way, guys, here's another piece of information. The Veto spring promotion has been extended to June 15th. So you can buy a Veto bag on the tier 1 or tier 2 list and till June 15th now. It's no longer May 31st. It is June 15th now. We were talking about the Dan, we were talking about the Geinzer bits. Let me go to face mode there. Yeah, Veto is now doing June 15th. I absolutely love it. Wait a minute, how the heck did this get here? I don't remember this being here. Oh, it must have fallen out of the EDC kit. I was like, when I took out the Saki Subo bit, that's probably what happened. I'm like, how did that get in? I don't remember that being there. I'm like, do I have a ghost in the house? Dan says, I put the Milwaukee bit magnet on the Annex Chef. Yeah, so you put... Yeah, this thing's a beast. Hold on. This little bit magnet is probably one of the best big bit magnets out there. And the fact that it's squishy. I really like this. And it's comfortable. So when you're grabbing it, you're not grabbing that hard plastic. Not that anything is wrong with the hard plastic ones. But this thing is really nice. I mean, it's super squishy. You can actually use this as like a stress ball type thing. It's nice. I agree with Dan on this. And it's a strong magnet. Look at that, guys. Strong magnet. Definitely. And it comes with a Phillips 2, like 1.5 inch bit. I think that would be 1.5 inch shockwave. This is an older shockwave. Yeah, that's the one. I think I have 2 of these, but I don't know what I did with the second one. Is it in the same spot? No. I mean, I have this one too, and I like this one because this one's got a thinner profile. The Milwaukee's definitely a little bit wider. Holy crap. That's how good the magnetism is on the wall. It's got metal shavings on it. Look at all the metal shavings. But let's see how this one feels with this magnet. I haven't used this in ages, guys. So it's been a while. Boy, this thing is crazy. So there it is, the Milwaukee bit. Let's test out the magnetism on this one. It's been a long time since I used it. I mean, it's got a decent magnet, but the Milwaukee just crushes it magnetic wise. I mean, you can definitely feel how much stronger the magnet is on Milwaukee versus the DeWalt. I have the Craftsman version of this somewhere too. It's either in the drawer or somewhere around here. But the Milwaukee one is definitely one of the top dogs. And the fact that it's like it's comfortable to grip, it's rubbery and squishy. I mean, I like this one. And if you guys want something like this, get the Milwaukee one. By far, so far, the best one I've ever owned. Magnet's super strong. Kind of reminds me of like the magnet of the 2701 on the Klein. Dan says it will hold the whole Annex driver to the side of your... Yeah, let's try it out. Actually, let's do it. Let's put this on the Annex, and we'll try it on the Klein too. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Where's the... All right. Here's the Annex. So I'm going to lean this up over here. And we're going to try it out on the pole, on the beam of the post. And let's see how this works. Now this, we're going to try this. We're going to do the Annex first. Let's see how this works out. Look at that, guys. Like it was nothing. The magnet is so strong on this. It's like that 27 one. Knockout. And it grips the bit driver. Like it grips the bit driver, so it's going to be a little bit tight to get out, but that's a good thing because you know it's friction fit, so it's going to be good. Let's try the heavier Klein. There's the Klein. Yeah, that thing's got some beefcake mode, beefcake magnets. That is amazing. I love this thing. I just don't use it enough. I should use it more. I don't know why I don't. I mean with the 27-in-1 Klein, you won't be able to. Clint says, going to spend time with the wife, be back in a while. Okay, Clint, I'll see you in a little bit. Dan says the whole, yeah, the side of the box. So, I mean, it works good. This thing is beast mode. I think you can't go wrong. So if you don't have a ratcheting, a magnetic screwdriver, use that. But see, on this, though, you can't really use it because the bit holder on this is too thick. So you're probably better use just a magnetizer and a demagnetizer on something like this. That's kind of unfortunate. But this is why I say this is more versatile, like these Geinzern bits or this style of bit, because you can magnetize it if it's not like these are magnetic. But if you had one that wasn't magnetic and you wanted to put it on your Klein or your Annex, you can just put this little magnetized bit holder thing, screw holder on the shaft, and you're good to go. This is one of the disadvantages of this style of bit holder. Disadvantage. So, I mean, it is what it is. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yeah, it's magic. Absolutely. I got it from the Lord of the Rings, and I got mine from the same fires of Mordor, where the one ring to rule them all. And the same thing with the Klein ratcheting screwdriver. The screwdriver to rule them all. Gotta love it. Hey Dan. Oh, a lot of you guys that weren't around for the beginning of the stream, that came in a little bit late. I made my wife eye roll. The guys who already were here, I already told them. So I recently bought this new T-shirt from Grunt Style. And I want to show you guys how I got my wife to eye roll me. Watch this. Oops. Oops. Stupid. Okay, how about now? Are we back? All right. How about now? We got it? Maybe I might have hit the mute by accident, guys. Are we good? Oh, thanks, Dan. Perfect. Yeah, so I was just saying, I said this was good for back in its day, but it cannot compete with this. This is probably the best magnetic bit adapter on the market today. I mean, it is what it is. And I mean, this is still decent enough, good enough, but you can't compete with this. The magnetism, they did a great job in designing this. The only thing that sucks is when you have to clean off all that metal. Even the DeWalt has a bunch of the little metal flakes. I'm trying to clean it off as we're talking here, but you got some good magnetism with this, but you have excellent magnetism with this. If you guys are familiar with the 27-in-1 Kleins, this is kind of similar. The only thing is this one has a magnet on this side, and it's got a magnet on this side. So you're getting double the power of the magnetism on this little bit. Oh, thank you, Sizzleneck. Yeah, that was funny. I got myself as Aragorn. Dan, it's grunt style. The grunt style. I got like 20% off. Grunt style always does 20% off. So you can just look up for a coupon code or free shipping too. They have coupon codes for free shipping or 20% off. And I think I paid like $29 and change with that's including shipping. So it was like, if you didn't have the coupon, it was like $38-ish. And with the coupon code and everything, I got it for like 29 and change, like almost $30. We'll say $30. So I paid like $30 for it. And it was good. I liked the shirt, but I knew my wife wasn't going to like it. She gave me the eye roll. Well, what are you going to do? You know, it's my addiction. Let me see. Let me look for the 27 one, because I definitely want to compare the magnet. Here it is. Wait a minute. This is the wrong 27 one. This is the tamper-proof one. It's not the one we're looking for. Oh, wrong one. Where is it? What did I do with that? Yeah. This it? Nope. Not the right one. There's a lot of... I got too much Klein. Nothing wrong with that. It's just I have a lot of Klein. A lot of Klein screwdrivers. Ah, here it is. Here it is. So this is one of the best magnetism screwdrivers there is. Come on, pick it up. This new Klein 27-in-1 really is the bee's knees. I like and it's got basically very little play when you're going up and down. No, like the tiniest micro hair of in and out, but very little play here. Look at that. I'm enjoying this. Like, and the fact that this is like a nice, smaller, thinner handle shaft, because I got smaller hands. Man, I'm telling you, this is probably the best 27-in-1 I've ever had and used. Because I've had the Milwaukee ones. I liked the Milwaukee ones at the time, but then I kind of like, I don't know. There's just something about the Milwaukee ones. Like, I like the Milwaukee ones. I'm not in love with it. With this just makes more sense because of the smaller shaft there, the handle. Here's the Milwaukee 27-in-1, and this one's ratcheting, by the way. That's where the Milwaukee has the Klein. If they'd have had a 27-in-1 with the ratcheting feature, you would have a winner. For the people that don't like this style of handle, the ball grips, and they like this style of handle, I would recommend this with the ratcheting. This would be, like I said, to me, this is the one screwdriver to rule them all, because this is my favorite screwdriver right now, bar none. But if you were going for like a regular handled screwdriver, because there's people that don't like this. This feels funny to them. People are used to this. I would probably go with this one, because you can always use the Geinser and bits on this, or just like any bit holder that you want, your favorite ones, whether it's the you can put a Centrifix in here, you can put one of the DeWalt's, or you can just use the Klein ones. And this one's impact rated. You got a lot of versatility with this. This is where, and I'm still in shock at how many bits selections you have in this skinny of a handle. Like literally 27 and 1. Like, it just makes no sense. I this day it boggles my mind. Look at the size of the difference. This thing is big and fat. This one's skinny and smaller, like so much easier to grip. Look at the size of that. I mean, you can't. I don't know if you can really tell by the screen, but there is a massive size difference. Like, I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I do like the fact that this is ratcheting. It's not the best ratcheting screwdriver I have, but it works. It's smooth enough. And it's got a nice bit selection. I like that. I mean, it's a good screwdriver, not a great screwdriver, but because it's ratcheting and it offers you a lot more bits than your average screwdriver. I mean, I'm gonna keep it and use this when I need to use it, but I mean, at this stage of the game, Vessel is still my favorite screwdriver brand of all time, but the Klein screwdrivers, man, they killed it. These are the two contenders for screwdriver of the year, guys. The two contenders for screwdriver of the year. And a lot of people will pick the standard handle, and then there's going to be a good segment of people that pick the ball grip. I'm going to be on the ball grip side, but there's going to be a lot of you that pick this style, because this is what a lot of people like and they're used to. You know, I mean, I didn't get into ball grip screwdrivers until like 2 years ago when I first got it, and I was a changed man. I went from this to something like this with Vessel, and it was like a light clicked in my head, and I said, you know what? This makes more sense, especially as I'm getting older. Something like this is just so much more ergonomic and easy on the hand. You know what I mean? Look at your natural hand movement. Like when you go like this, it's natural. You're not contorting your wrist like you would with this. Like, you got to go like this, the way you use your nerves and your muscles on your wrist. And I could feel like it over here as I'm getting older. I don't use a screwdriver every day because, you know, you guys know what I do for work. But because this is, first of all, ratcheting and ball grip, that's why I like ratcheting. I mean, I don't even have to go far, and I can do more work, less stress, less everything on one of these than I can with one of these. So this is definitely, even this 11-in-1 is fantastic. Like, this is really nice. I love this 11-in-1. It's got one of the best ratcheting mechanisms ever. Yeah. Daily things where you work, yeah. Well, it depends on how you look at it, Matt. I mean, I could probably turn this, where I work, this is a weapon, a shank. I have not, Alabama. I don't know if I don't know. I might get a roll gear. I'm thinking about it. But before I get even try roll gear, I honestly, guys, I want to get a PB Swiss. PB Swiss. The answer is what sold me was the amount of torque I can get on door hinges without stripping out the head of the screw. Yeah. They could turn toilet paper into a shiv. Yes, actually they can. I've seen it, guys. I've seen it. I've seen... So basically, it's like the paper mache effect. So, we'll take this for an instance, right? This is a nice piece of dry, pretty dry paper towel. I use this to clean up oil on tools or whatever. Tool oil. Check this out. If you wet this piece of paper enough and you roll it up over time and you add layers to it, you wet it and let it dry, you wet it and let it dry, add layers and layers, this will be as hard and as firm as something like a steel piece of steel, and then you can shank somebody or spear somebody. I've seen spears made out of this kind of stuff, guys. Spears. That's crazy. I've seen cardboard spears, toilet paper spears. I'm telling you guys, it's insane. It's insane. Like, I've seen, I recently saw somebody that made a really good one with the toothbrush. I mean, I've seen a bunch of the toothbrush ones, but this was a good one. These guys are intelligent. Like, they are super intelligent. Like, they're dumb, but at the same time, they're intelligent. These guys. And it's insane. And then the thing that's scary is that, like, one of these days, one of those could have your name on it and you don't even know. So gotta always be safe when you're in there. But I gotta say though, like ratcheting. Oh, and then one of my favorite little ratcheting, and I keep in here, is my little ratcheting Klein stubby, because this almost acts kind of like a ball grip. Not necessarily a ball grip, but kind of, you know, because of its little stubby form, you know. You can do that. Like, you can use that. And then I love the Mac Tools one. The Mac Tools is really nice. That one's a really nice ratcheting screwdriver. But it's expensive as all hell. It is pricey. This is like, just this little thing is $55, but it does come with some bits. It comes with, I think, 6 or 7 bits. 7 bits, including a socket drive, 1/4-inch socket drive. But I gotta say, this thing is pretty amazing, because, like, Philo makes something like this, but not a ratcheting. They have something like this, and Philo really makes like a little bit holder like this, a stubby bit holder, where you can put a bigger bit. So if you get a Geinzern bit, you have this setup. Like, say you could put this on your EDC. Look at this, guys. And it's pretty well balanced looking. I mean, not bad. And then if you put a 6-inch bit, I mean, it's a little ridiculous, but if you need to get into a more recessed area, this is what you get. But, I mean, and both of these are pretty much, will do the same. So here is the Geinzern bit. Look at that, guys. That's actually pretty neat right there. So I like this setup. And then if I gotta go stubby, I'll just use the bits that are in here, you know. Or I could put a DeWalt, one of those little DeWalt bit holders in the like 2.5-inch one, the 6-inch, or the 12-inch, and then use these other bits on it. I like I said, these types of bit holders are good. I want to get the Philo one, but it's not ratcheting, which is what I prefer. But I can always stick the 711 or the pipe vise ratcheting adapter on it, because I have both. I prefer the pipe vise, but the 711L is good for the double-sided bits. That'll work. Matt says compostable cups, even foam cuts can make a shiv. They have nothing. Yeah, exactly. I've seen a lot of things. As we know, you lack tools. Retro says, my twin sister works in the same field as you, and she had to break up multiple brawls since Sunday. Yep. That's the nature of the beast now, because the politicians don't know how to... they put their own spin and rules on, but they don't know what happens inside, and they don't know anything about running the inside. Alabama, how about a snap-on ratcheting screwdriver? You want to see a snap-on ratcheting screwdriver? I'll show you. This is the only one I have for now. This is the only snap-on ratcheting screwdriver, but under the Cat brand. So this is a Cat branded ratcheting screwdriver by Snap-on. One of the best ratcheting mechanisms here. It's so smooth. This has basically no back drag. This is made by Snap-on. The same ones as Snap-on, but they made a black handle with the Cat logo on it. Love it. Dan says, do you have Milwaukee locking flex head ratchet? I do not, but I want one. Especially the 1/4 inch. A lot of people are talking about that 1/4 inch. They love it. They said the 1/4 inch is one of the best. For some people, it's one of the best 1/4 inch ratchets out there. So I have the 1/4 inch on my list. That's a future. Yes, this is the tri-lobe. I don't know if you can tell. There it is, tri-lobe. But I don't have fixed bladed snap-ons yet. I'm getting the USA set. I talked to my Snap-on guys. Guys, I got to show you something. I sent this to Clint and I sent this to Jeff the other day. And I was waiting for the live to... You guys got to see this. This is freaking outstanding. This is... I'm going to bring this to the shop. I talked to my Snap-on dealer the other day to save me one. So he's getting these in about a couple of weeks. I'm buying one of these bad boys in a couple of weeks. And you guys, I'm going to be bringing this... I'm going to be doing a review on the channel. This is a Snap-on product. You guys get a sneak peek glimpse into the Snap-on life here as to what's coming out. This is so awesome. Wait till you guys see this. Let me get the picture's not that great. Let me fix the picture here so I can get it. Trim the border on this. Increase resolution. So check this out, guys. This is friggin' awesome. You guys are gonna love this. This is a limited edition 250th anniversary 3/8 ratchet with socket set. And look at the case. Look at that case. Doesn't that remind you of something? The Snap-on USA box. So they took the... Let me flip this over. They took the thing from the Snap-on box. So they have the Snap-on box right here with all that. And then they have the same thing right there. So you have your Iwo Jima on the right, your Mount Rushmore, your 69 Moonland, and then the Statue of Liberty. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this set? I can guarantee you it's going to be pricey as all hell. Because the Ratchet... I have the... By the way, I already have that Ratchet. But I'm going to have a second one of those because I originally bought this. It's only in 3/8. They're only coming out with 3/8. Although that's flick. Oh, wait a minute. That's a fixed head. Hold on, let me just check. That's a fixed head ratchet. The one I have is a flex head version. That's gonna be cool. But I'm never gonna use it, guys. It's to me it's a collector's item. Yeah, that's a fixed head. Fixed head ratchet. So that's a fixed head 3/8 ratchet. The one I have here is the flex head, which is my preferred ratchet, but I'm not even using these ever. So that's the equivalent one. That's the 3/8 flex head 250th anniversary. And I'm also getting the screwdriver set. So next time I see my Snap-on guy, which probably be another week or two, I'll be getting the screwdriver set and that socket and ratchet set. So, and then I have the bigger, longer one here. But That one's not. These two will never be used. They're gonna be sitting as a collector's item, just to go with this box. Hey James, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, been a long day, huh? Yeah. So you missed out on some of the good stuff here. We were about the. I got a Cobalt screwdriver that Clint sent me today. A link for it today only. I got it for $5. It's on sale for 10. Regular price is $25. I was able to get it $5 for $5 and change. Yeah, retros. Those snap-on ratchets are very nice. The 80 tooth. Oh, Jimmy, I just showed the guys this. You got to see this. This is coming out. Check your snap-on dealer for this. It's coming out in like 2 weeks. I already have it ordered. Look at that. 3/8 sockets with the 3/8 250th anniversary fixed head ratchet. And then you have that, like, just like on the box. Just like the design on the snap-on box. Pretty awesome. So, there's that. What do you think, Jimmy? 3/8, and it matches. It's got that same print design as the box does. So I'm getting these. These will never be used. They're going to be just collector's items for the 250th anniversary. Jimmy, I think you should get this. Go check with your snap-on. These are coming. These are supposedly being released in 2 weeks, and it's extremely limited edition. If you don't buy it like day one, you're gonna be like out of luck. You know. Jimmy, order yours. I just have no idea what these are gonna cost. I'm sure it's gonna cost an arm and a leg because it's snap-on. But it's gonna be a heck of a deal. Heck of a deal, because you know that stuff is not gonna depreciate in value. It's gonna appreciate in value. It's gonna go up. So in like 20 years, like say I'm dead in 20 years, my kids can get a truckload of Do-Re-Mi from the box with the Klein tools, the snap-on tools, and oh, your snap-on rep quit. Holy crap! You're gonna have to find another dude. Call Snap-on. I'm sure they can have somebody come up to your. Get the app. There's a way to get in contact with Snap-on, and you can get another Snap-on truck headed your way. So if you need to get something, you can do that. And I have to get this, guys. Some of you guys already have it, but the Walmart Hyper Tough 250th anniversary, the 6-in-1s, I got to get those. I still haven't seen them in store. They're still not in the stores yet. So I may have to make a trip, maybe Friday. I mean, and they're only $5 a piece. So I'm probably gonna go Friday and look around, see if I can ask around and if I can find them. And if any of you guys have a link for those online, that'd be awesome. Send me the link. I bought the 1/4-inch set from Mac the Experts. Oh, you did? Finally. I remember you said you wanted to get the expert stuff. Did they charge you an arm and a leg? Or did you get a deal on them? Yeah, I gotta say those snap-on ratchets are friggin' awesome. But I'm never gonna use those. I have my soft grip snap-ons that I'm always gonna use, and you know which one I like too? The Mac tools with the interchangeable handles. Those are pretty awesome, guys. It's like $160. Actually, that's not bad, Jimmy, for a tool truck. I mean, what's that? It's like the Blue Point stuff. You know, it's the equivalent of Blue Point, but you're getting the Expert. It's the Mac Tools version of Blue Point. I like those. So this is a snap-on ratchet, guys. Look at this. Now, if you guys don't know, this is a pretty awesome deal over here. Let me see if I can find them. If I can find them. I don't know what happened to them. If I could find it. Oh, you know what? They're probably in this drawer. Probably in this drawer. Here they are. I found them. So, one of the things, limitations, so whether it's you buy the cat version or the Snap-on, so you guys know this is expensive on a Snap-on truck. If you buy the cat version, I think I paid $43 for this screwdriver. It was on sale. I think it was like 50 bucks regular, and I paid like 40, it was like $7 off, so I got a deal on it. I think this came with 4 bits. And so Snap-on has a company called Zypher that makes the bits for them. I found out everything. And I added extra bits in here. So here's the bits. And the problem with that is I don't like, even I gotta say these little bits are actually reasonably for a Snap-on truck. They're reasonably priced. They're still expensive, but like 1 bit on Snap-on is like $5, which on a tool truck, that's actually something cheap and reasonable. But so Zypher is the company that makes the bits for Snap-on a lot of their ratcheting screwdrivers. For the 1-inch. I don't know about the 2-inch or the 3-inch or whatever. So I ended up going to Zorro and a couple of other websites, and I was able to find Zypher bits that are the exact same as a Snap-on, except, and these are made in the USA, guys. These are one of the best bits on the market for 1-inch, if not the best, for 1-inch bits. Like I said, I know they make longer bits. Zypher makes longer bits, but those are the ACR bits that under the Zypher brand, right? It's the same bits that Snap-on has it, but with the Snap-on logo on it, the S on it, and stuff like that. But Zypher is the one that makes them. Let me get... So, now I haven't. JR Masuzo, I need to get PB Swiss. Listen, I'm desperate. At some point, like, I have to get PB Swiss. I have not tried the PB Swiss. But I'm talking about USA made. Listen, I get it. PB Swiss is the king of screwdrivers and screwdriver bits. Listen, I get it. I'm not going to argue with that because it's I'm on board with you guys. I hear you guys. I definitely got to get on the PB Swiss train. Like I said this earlier in the video. But PB Swiss doesn't make a ball grip. Ball grip screwdrivers are going to be my favorite of all time. Especially my favorite brand of screwdrivers is going to be Veto, by and large. But then I love my Kleins. I love Klein screwdrivers. I love my Snap-ons. I like my Mac Tools. I like all my brands. Craftsman. I like some Milwaukee's. Not all Milwaukee's. I mean, they're all good. There's a lot of good brands out there. There's a lot of good screwdrivers out there. There's a lot of great screwdrivers and outstanding screwdrivers. And I am definitely going to be getting on the PB Swiss train at some point. I got to get PB Swiss bits. I got to get PB Swiss. But I'm very particular. When I'm spending a certain kind of money on a premium brand like that, like even Snap-on, I'm not going to get every type of screwdriver, Snap-on or Mac. I'm very particular what I want. I have an insane collection of screwdrivers, whether it's ratcheting, like all different kinds, all different styles. I have budget screwdrivers, cheap screwdrivers, expensive screwdrivers, but I still got to get PB Swiss, and I'm on the gravy train, guys. I know. Listen, I know, I know, but it's expensive right now. I will eventually get them, but I want to get the PB Swiss, the ratcheting. I want to get the ratcheting screwdriver and the ratcheting, the handle, the one with the short handle. Now they have, the PB Swiss has 2 types of ratcheting styles of the regular handles. So they have the one that's like kind of like this with that you insert the 1-inch bits, or they have the ones like this style. This is a vessel, but they have this style ratcheting. This is the one that I want to get because my favorite bits of all time for a multi-bit driver is going to be these Geinzer fixed edge. So I want to be able to get something, the PB Swiss with this style of handle, and then I want to get the PB Swiss of this style of stubby. So I want to get one PB Swiss stubby, one PB Swiss regular handle like this, and I can put all different kinds of bits, whether it's the PB Swiss bits or these Geinzern or whatever bits, because I think they're versatile. I'm not particular about this style of bit holder because you're basically limited, because this won't let you get into a recessed area where you can get more. You look at that, you can get into a more recessed area with something like this. And this is kind of ridiculous unless you need to get into a place where you really need to reach. You know what I mean? That makes sense, but overall, you kind of want to stick to the balance of it, you know? So here's a 6-inch Geinzern, and this is much better than just putting a 6-inch bit on this, you know what I mean? Unless you really need the reach, but there's 12-inch bit holders you can put to your screwdrivers, and then you can get reach. But like I said, this is by far the best for multi-bit drivers. These are the best bits ever, my opinion. It's just an opinion, because this is the 4-inch. The 4-inch will balance out any one of these bits, these types of handles. This style, you know what I mean? This style, just the handle. Anything that's got a handle with a short bit holder on it. This just works. Look at that. Look at the balance on it. Like it's good. And not to mention, this is rugged. This is a very high quality bit. You can impact it, but it is what it is. But like for USA made, Zypher, guys. If Snap-on trusts Zypher to make the bits, I'm getting these. And so I made a whole full set. So these would come in like 5. Some of these would come in 5 packs. And the 5 packs I bought, so I can make another set of the 1-inch if I wanted to. So I made a set with these different sizes of slotted, different sizes of Phillips. I got a number 1 and number 2 squares, and then the different sizes of the Torx. I don't have the Torx tamper-proof ones, and I don't have any hex bits. So I think I might get hex bits in the future, but it's very limited what Zypher has for the 1-inch bits. Very limited. So I'm probably not going to get, you know, I might make it like a little kit. They don't have too many offerings for 1-inch. Maybe Snap-on will. I don't know. But it is what it is. Matt says, my local Palmer yard, lumber yard sells 24-inch bits, T25 and PH2. Yeah, I seen those. Geinzern sells a big ass bit like this on AliExpress. Tanner says those Geinzern bits are really great. I like the 4-inch ones a lot. I also really like the Zypher bits that came with my Williams. Yes, Tanner, this is the same bits. They're made by Zypher for Snap-on. So that's why your Williams is like this. You can get a set. You can make a set. Tanner, just go to Zorro, and then they have a lot of coupons. I bought a lot of stuff with the 20% off coupon or 15% off coupon. I bought like 3 to 4 bits at a time, styles, and it would come in a 5-pack. There was one set of bits that I can only get in a 10-pack because they didn't have a 5-pack available. I can't remember what size it was. It could have been a Torx, but I can't remember what it was. And the one that was hard to find was a T45 in a 1/4-inch. They had a T45 with a 5/16, and we all know that this is a 1/4-inch bit drive. So what I did to resolve that was I found on Amazon Mayhew. Mayhew makes the T45 in a 5-pack for like $20. So I put a T45 Torx bit from Mayhew, made in the USA, guys. It's got to be this one, I think. No, that's a T30. Hold on. That's got to be a T40. That's the T40. Maybe it's in the handle. That's a T50. But by the way, this is a 5/16 bit, so it's kind of I have to use a bit holder for that one. Here it is. This right here is a USA made Mayhew. Hold on. Let me get there it is. It's backwards, but T45 USA. So it's got like this little recessed area, so it goes in the 1/4-inch, because most T45 bits are going to be 5/16 when it comes to like this style of USA made. So here is a 5/16 bit, but I do have a 5/16 bit holder that you guys, if you guys want to get big bits, you can get this bit holder, if I can find it, right here. So it's 15 bucks on I bought this for $15 on Zorro.com. This is a Vim 5/16 bit holder. So you can throw this on a bit drive and you can put your 5/16 bits in here. It's $15. Here's another 5/16 bit, and you can just go to town. So I recommend a bit holder like this if you're going to be carrying like a T50, because a T50, T55, and T60s are most likely going to be a 5/16. And I mean, I understand why they did it, but I would prefer to have a 1/4 inch. But I mean, what do I know? I'm not the manufacturer. I don't manufacture these bits, but you know, as a consumer, it'd be nice if they had a 1/4 inch size for these styles of bits. Let me just put that in there. Put the cap on back on this. But as of right now, this is the only Snap-on, as far as I know. Is this the only Snap-on screwdriver I own? Yeah, I think, yeah, this is the only screwdriver I own that's Snap-on. And Tanner, spread the word. Like, tell the guys on the stream here how awesome these bits are. The 4-inch. These 4-inch are the best for bit holders. Sizzleneck, why do you say CE Tool then not to be affiliated with any other channel? Something Don Chop can probably fill you in. At this point, Sizzleneck, I can only say this. This is my statement on this. There's a lot of things going on, and this is going to be my statement. It's going to be very generic. I mean, I can't say anything right now. Maybe in another year or two, whatever it is. John Chop, can you fill in Sizzleneck? Because I can't say anything. So for me right now, I have to say this. I can't talk about the situation right now. It's something I cannot speak of. But I will say is my channel is its own entity, and I'm not affiliated with any other channel. That's the only thing I can say about my channel right now. So we'll just leave it at that. Don's Chop, you can fill in Sizzleneck. But for me, I have to say, I can't talk about it. You know what I mean? It's something that I'm not happy about, but we'll just say it. You know what I mean? I just got to keep my mouth shut. And I think Tanner, you know about what's going on too. Because I see you in the other comments. They really are some damn good. But I was really, yeah. Because did you get it because when I showed him, or did you just get it on your own? Guys, you get some guys and fix it. Yeah, perfect. Did you get it from because of the stuff that I showed, or did you just get it on your own and you just enjoy them that much? Like I said, I can't say, I'm not even sponsored by Geinzern. I don't even have I could put an affiliate link on from Amazon, and that's about it. But I'm going to say there's no better multi-bit driver bit than this right now. Right now. Yes, Jimmy, they are impact rated, but I've only used this on an impact twice, and it's good. It's a good bit for impacting, but I cannot, for the life of me, I cannot change. I'm addicted to my Makitas. My Makita XPS is my favorite impact driver bit, but I also like my newest Gen 4 Shockwaves from Milwaukee. Those are really good. And even the Klein stuff. So I like the Klein stuff. The ProFlex. The ProFlex bits are fantastic. Yeah. It's magnetic. Yes, these are magnetic. So I'll show you this. Magnetic. Look at that. There you go. It's not, I will say though, the magnet on this is 10 times better than the magnet on this. But at least this is magnetic. Now, wait a minute. Let's try this. Here's actually, you know what? Let's put this on a magnetizer. Let's see if we can make this more magnetic. I mean, I don't know. We're putting it on this Craftsman magnetizer. Let's see if we can make it more magnetic. Let's see if this will work. I'm not ever going to demagnetize this anyway because I just like these bits too much. Yeah, it made it more magnetic, guys. Really did. Look at that. So, yes, Tanner, you should do this to your Geinser and bits. Look at this. Oops, my fault. Look at that. Tanner says, I got them when I bought the Geinser Ratchet. Oh, okay, so that's when you got it. That I mentioned to you on the comments of one of your videos when I first... Yes. Unmagnetize it and see if it will hold the bit sideways. You mean like this? All right. I am demagnetizing it. Jimmy, this is just for you. We're on demagnetize mode. All right, let's see this. It's not magnetized anymore. I even took all the magnetism that's off. It won't even grab it anymore. So let's put this back to magnetize mode. Oh, okay. I see. I was thinking you were saying something else. Okay, we're going back to demagnetize mode. Let's see. Okay, it's not magnetic. Let me get a Phillips head. They gotta be around here. I always keep freaking screwdrivers around here somewhere. Where's my? Here we go. So we got a drywall screwdriver, Phillips 2 drywall screwdriver. Let's take a look. Sideways. Now let's hold it from the screw. Like it fits in there good, but it'll slip out too. So look at the engagement on this. It's got good engagement. But I mean, I can hold it from the screw like this. Let me try this. I'm sure it's going to fall. And it fell right here. So, almost like a 45-degree angle. Wait a minute. Oh, you want me to put it in wood or something? Wait a minute, I didn't do the test. Don's, yes, I do watch American Electrician, except his videos are fucking an hour long. Oh, all right. All right, let's try this, guys. Let's put it on, I'll use the Annex, because the Annex is lightweight. All right, we'll use the blue Annex. We're going to use the blue Annex. Let's put this here. Hold on. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Hold on, I gotta put this back up. We're gonna put this screw in on the side of this piece of wood. I don't know if this is going to be too heavy, but because of the screwdriver handle. I mean, if it was a fixed blade, I can see it happening. I mean, it grabs. Oh, It almost did it. Hold on. There you go. All right, Jimmy, what do you think? It finally fell, but look, it was holding on. It held on. What did you guys think? There it is. That's how I test screwdrivers. Jimmy said. Don Shop said he made a good case for the Wera screwdriver. Yeah. Wera makes self grip Torx. Yes. That's one thing I like about those screwdrivers. I dropped something here. I don't know what it was. Oh, it was a nail. All right, so bent nail. If you guys want to see a real torture test, watch this. Let's try a Phillips number 2 with these snap-on bits. This is the snap-on cat screwdriver, but this is really heavy. This is going to be heavy, so it might, but it's got the ACR design. So it's got the ribbing. Yeah, this screw, the handle is way too heavy for this. Oh, it's doing it. I just gotta be careful not to. Wow, okay. It's doing it, it's holding. Look at that, guys. All right. I didn't think it was gonna hold, honestly, because this, like I said, this handle compared to this side is just so heavy. I didn't think it was gonna do it. Yeah, that's the laser tip. Tan says my Wera Phillips screwdrivers without the laser edge tips can just about hold a screw while being upside down. No need for mat. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Hold on. Now I got to take this out and see. But I like the one thing I like about this screwdriver here is if you want to go forward, you turn the knob forward, just like the Klein ball grip, the new one. Or if you want to go backwards, you're going left to go left, you're going right to go right. That's one of the things I like about this screwdriver. But I think they should come up with a ratcheting like standard, because it is confusing. So like, say, for example, my Mac ratcheting screwdrivers, you have to go left to go right. I mean, this one, right? Oh, this one does it. Okay, never mind this one. This one does. So you got to go left to go tight, right. You got to go right to go left on this. I wish they would all be the same, because it can be confusing. So if I'm reaching for a screwdriver and I'm not, my brain's up in the fog, up in the air, and I'm screwdriving something, and like I said, I always use ratcheting screwdrivers. These two ratcheting screwdrivers are going to be different, and I'm going to forget. Like this one's right to go right, left to go left. This one's left to go right, right to go left. I'm going to be confused. It's going to take me an extra second to figure out, oh, wrong screwdriver. You know? Jimmy says, I sent a picture. Check it later. Hi, Jefferson Mojica. Team DeWalt or Team Milwaukee? I'm team both. I'm team tools. It says they're tools, so it's not hoarding. Jefferson, both. I will say this. Because of the expansive line of Milwaukee, just not, this is a very difficult question, like with an easy answer, but for me, it's because of the M12 system and the M18 system, the expansiveness, I say Milwaukee for that, for the most part. But I have DeWalt. I love DeWalt. I love in the stuff that they do offer. I don't have, the thing is, I don't have enough DeWalt. I have DeWalt, but they're never going to expand the 12-volt line. They're not competing with Milwaukee, because Milwaukee just has everybody, the whole market crushed with 12-volt. And that's why I'm on 12-volt. I just wish, but I will say this: DeWalt batteries, quality-wise, lasting-wise, are better than Milwaukee's batteries overall. because you can get DeWalt's batteries are more compact. They're just so much more like a high quality. I don't know, whatever circuit board they use, because they use the same cells. They use the same 21700 tablet cells as DeWalt and vice versa. They'll use the same, because people have already opened up the Milwaukee Forge batteries and the power packs. And that's neither here nor there. But I will say, overall, DeWalt batteries are much better than Milwaukee's as far as longer lasting and more compact. I mean, if you look at the Forge battery, I know Milwaukee can create a better battery. They have the technology to do it. I just wish they would do something where they make a Forge compact Forge line. Like give me a 3 amp hour Forge, but in a compact form, kind of like the Power Stack, Power Pack batteries are. You know, it is what it is. The DeWalt tools last longer and are built to hold up in more rugged situations, but Milwaukee has cooler. I mean, it is. I mean, well, I haven't had bad luck with too many Milwaukee tools either. I've had some of these Milwaukee tools for a long time, for many years, and they've never failed me, except for like a battery charger. And what was the other thing I had? I had to warranty a battery charger and 2 items I've had to warranty, and the battery chargers. Not the greatest of what it is. Yeah, done. Ratchet says, "Have you all tried tool shopping on Whatnot?" I've never heard of it. Like, I only found out about it today. I don't even know what it is. What is Whatnot? 60% less than retail in the really? Retros, you got to give me the hookup here. Let me know what's it about. What is this? Like this? That sounds interesting. I gotta look it up. I saw somebody posting Whatnot. I don't know. To me, it sounds like kind of like a scam site, but then I mean, you're getting it's like eBay but live stream. Oh, okay. Tanner says, "I've heard Morgan's maintenance talk about Whatnot a lot, but I don't even know. I'm oblivious to it. I never heard of it until today. I have no clue about any of that. And Retros, do you highly recommend it? Like, any shadiness going on in there, or do you feel like everything's pretty legit and it's run kind of like eBay?" All right, I'm gonna give it a shot, Retros. I'm definitely gonna have to go there, because who doesn't want to? The best thing is saving money on tools, guys. I mean, we're all tool addicts over here. So, and being the tool addicts that we are, we're gonna have to save the moolah as much as we can. What the heck is this one go to? Oh. We want to save all the money we can. You know? And if you like saving money, go to Whatnot. Just like I just watered a patch grass seed and ran into baby rattle. Ooh, stay away. Even those little friggers will kill you. Stay away. Don't even shoot water at it, man, unless you crush it. I can't live where you guys live. I'm honest to God, I'm scared of like poisonous snakes, alligators, all that stuff. Like legitimately, guys, I'm scared of this, guys. I'm really scared of reptiles, like the evil reptiles. I'm not scared of like the skinny ones, like the little. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm definitely scared of poisonous type of lizards and snakes. Tanner says, "Glad you were safe." Says, "I ran into one. I was a kid moving a pile of bricks. Scared me to death. He didn't make it." Oh, you got him, Sizzleneck? Don Shop says, "I'm almost to the point of buying one of those high-dollar Klein two-bladed knives." Yes. Oh, I got some info for you guys. Here's some info with you guys. Jimmy says, "I picked up some of the Work Pro style." You got the mini ones? Jimmy, did you get the mini ones? It's about time. Oh, here we go. I think Clint sent us some stuff here. Oh, he got me the the thing for Olight. The link. Oh, he sent me all the links for all the Olights and the blade and the pen for the USA stuff. Yeah, you know what? At this stage of the game, you got to do what you got to do, Sizzleneck. Yeah, I would definitely. Yeah, you definitely don't want to mess around with the dog thing. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, this bag is pretty cool. What kind of flash? Is that a flash? Oh, it's a Nightcore flashlight. Nice. Here's what Jimmy just sent me. Nightcore flashlight. Perfect. That's a. Did you guys see the new Woobin? That new Woobin flashlight? Tools with Tim had it. I really like that. I want to get that. That thing's a beast. Daniel Alvarez, how you doing, Daniel? I'm munching on hot Cheetos. I don't know how I feel like. Sometimes I feel like them, and sometimes I eat them. If my kids have them, I'll eat them. Don Shop says waiting for sale. There's like worried about my dog. Dan says I thought Whatnot was like so on, and so on, or etc. And Jefferson asked, do you have the Milwaukee 7-in-1 electric plier? 7-in-1 electric plier? Oh, the wire strippers. Yes. I have it. Oops. Are you talking about these? We have the bigger one and the small one. Yeah, Nightcore really makes great products. It's loaded. Yeah. What's the lumen on those, Jimmy? Daniel says I buy a new Nightcore flashlight when MacMan stocks a new one. Nice. Good job, Daniel. We love flashlights. Yeah, these ones. What do you think, Jefferson? You like these? I like them. I don't use them very much anymore because I do have a favorite. Now, a lot of people are going to either agree with me or disagree with me on this. If I can find them, they're in here somewhere. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And they're in. They got it. Here it is. So, the highest rated, based on a lot of people's opinions, is the Knipex. This is the Knipex. This is the famous wire strippers. You can also get these insulated. Yes. I ordered new in-box M12 insider ratchet with metric sockets. 100. Oh! That is a hell of a deal, Retros. Hell of a deal. So everybody and their mother loves these. I gotta say, I love these too. I like them. They're comfortable in hand. They're one of the best wire strippers of all time, bar none. I am not going to disagree with you. But also because of my style, like everybody's got a preference. Some of you guys may like this. Some of you guys may like the Milwaukee. My favorite wire strippers of all time is the new that came out last fall, Klein Slim Forged wire strippers. I use these all the time. Plus I don't take these out of the shop. These stay at home because these are like $60, $70 pair of wire strippers. I am never bringing this to a job site. Never. These stay here, bar none. These will go to the shop. These are $31.98. $31.98 at Lowe's. You can get these on Acme Tools, Amazon, a lot of retailers online, Ohio Power Tool. This is my favorite wire stripper of all time because this one has a smaller step cut than this one. Look at the size difference between the step cut. Now, they both strip almost identically. They have a very almost identical size of plier area. They're both very they both have cross hatching, so you can see the cross hatching in the Knipex. Very good grip. This one has a slightly different style of cross hatching. You can tell that one's been used and abused. That's because I use this one the most. But that's my cross hatching on my Kleins. So I like these a lot. These are my favorite. Look, but this is where it gets me. Like, these are very good when it comes to ergonomics. Like, they feel good in the hand. They feel great. The comfort grip's perfect. But I like these better. Look at the grips. Now you're getting this that contours to the palm. This is why I like ball grips. I like ergonomics, especially like I'm an older person now. When I work, I want to be as comfortable as possible. And the grips on these are nice, very comfortable. But these are also very comfortable. I prefer these because of the contour. Like they fit right in the palm, like this curve. It contours to the curve of your hand. You know what I mean? And so when you're stripping, boom, boom. I mean, they have a lot of similarities. This has a bigger cutter. This has this contour shape, very comfortable grips. This one is slightly more comfortable, but the contour, and it's a very nice contour shape. But I just like this better. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Jefferson, I have the small one, but the 7 should be yes. And this one, yes, this one has a crimper, where this one does not. But I like the cutter, the screws cutters on this one better. And this one has everything. This one can do everything. And look at the size. So this is, the Knipex is slightly taller by about, almost a ½ inch. But this offers more tools, a longer step cut than the Knipex. And as far as the Milwaukee is concerned, I honestly, I do like the smaller version. Where is it? Oh, here we are. I can tell you this much. On the Milwaukees, I prefer the smaller version because I have a smaller hands. But I mean, these still feel good. I just like how these feel in the hand over this one. But this does still feel good. This just feels better. But that being said, you know, these are very nice. I like the big one because it's got the crimper on it. These have really nice cutters. I really, really enjoy the cutters on this. This does have the bigger cutters. But I do have to sacrifice cutters on this one because it feels better in the hand over this one, but this one has more features. Let's take a size comparison. So this is a lot bigger. That's almost like an inch, about an inch bigger than the Klein is about maybe like 3/16 of a difference. Well, I have an insane large collection of wire strippers. Ratchet says, most of my tools are coming in from New Hampshire and Minnesota from sellers that buy pallets of Milwaukee, DeWalt, Klein, Craftsman, and Ryobi. Now, retros, what about warranties and stuff like that? What if you get like a dud? Jimmy says 6,500, the EDC 29. Okay, that is worth the lumens for the Nightcore. Dude, I got to get that. How much was it, Jimmy? That is badass. And I want to get the Woobin too. That Woobin looks awesome. Tools with Tim did a video on it either today or yesterday. And I was incredibly impressed with the amount of light output. So I'm going to get that Nightcore and the Woobin. I think it's X5 or G5 or whatever it is. That thing's beast mode. But yeah, Jefferson, if you get one of these, your life's going to change, guy. Like, these are good. These are good. These are not no slouch. These are a very good wire stripper. These are a very good wire stripper. You know, I like these. You can do reaming with them. It's got a lot of features. Same thing with these. You know, a lot of features. This one's got the skinnier, and that one's got the thicker. I mean, it's a preference thing. I'm sure it was under 200. Oh, it's expensive. Okay, maybe I'll wait on that, Jimmy. You know what? I'll probably just get it anyway because it's worth it. But I gotta say, for $31.98, this is a go-to. This is a must for me. A lot of people do agree with me. This is their favorite wire strippers. Now, when you talk about these wire strippers, these two are put in the same sentence because a lot of people ended up. I even got at my job one of the local electricians to buy this, and he's never changed back. He's stuck to this the whole time now. He won't go back. He had the original, the previous generation of the Klein curve. This is called the Klein curve. This is, I think, generation 4, but this version is awesome. The other ones were made in the USA. This one's made in Taiwan, but it's no less quality-wise than the USA version, because this has been outstanding. This is my go-to everywhere I go when I bring out my Klein. I did have this in my budget bag loadout, and it's full of Cobalt tools, but ever since I've done my tool runner Klein bag, I keep this now with my tool runner. I might get a second one for my Cobalt bag. So I bring my Cobalt bag where I go into rough areas, and if I get something stolen, I'm not going to cry. I'll still cry because I do love my Cobalt tools, because blue is my favorite color. So I go with blue. I have a cheap loadout kit with blue tools, or blue branded tools like Quinn, Cobalt, even Work Pro. And if I can find the tool in that color. But sometimes there's some tools you can't get blue. But I do have a budget bag, and these used to be in that bag, but now they're sitting in the Klein. Oh, you know what? Thank you, Jefferson, because I was actually going to talk. The next topic of talking was going to be tape measures. So, guys, I got to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys the tape measures, and I'm going to show you my favorites. Because that's something I was gonna drive into that topic, to be honest with you guys. I was gonna get into this topic. We're gonna show you good tape measures and what I use all the time. Hold on, let me get more of these. I gotta get the rest of these bad boys. So, this is a much highly debated topic, guys. Tape measures. Right now, my favorite tape measure isn't going to be the one that you think it's going to be. It's going to be this one. This is a no frills tape measure, and only for the reason because it's compact. It just feels good in the hand. It's not magnetic. I prefer a magnetic tape measure. Okay, this is not magnetic. This is double-sided, though. I will not rate a non-double-sided tape measure. I have to have double-sided. And if I do have a single-side tape measure, I don't really use it. I do like. Oh, and we'll throw this one in there too. The blade defense. This was a limited release. So we'll throw these in the mix too. These are the ones I use a lot. So my jam right now is this 16 foot. I like to carry light. I'm really liking this Klein. It's not magnetic. There's not, it's got a decently wide enough blade. Standout's good, not great, but I'm in the compact mode, lightweight. This is my jam right now. I take this everywhere. And if I'm on the job, I'll take the 16-foot magnetic because I like the magnetic. Look at the size of that blade with the magnetism. It's a big boy. Look at the difference between this and this. I mean, you got it. It's huge. That's why I like carrying this one more. Like, I use this around the shop more. I do this everywhere. But if I'm going on the job, I'm bringing this 16-footer. Because I want to keep it lightweight, and I'm not really measuring something more than 16 foot anyway, for the most part. But if I'm doing like big remodel projects, I'll bring a 25 or 30 footer or 35 footer. But I will not bring anything more than a 16 if most of my job is going to be 16 and under. And I know it's going to be 16 and under. I do ahead of time. I like the clip on this. And this has a wider blade, and it's a double-sided blade. So this thing's got a really good standout. I have to get the 20. I don't have this in 25 foot, and I don't have this one in 25 foot. But if I had to choose between the two of these, I would choose this one all day. This is the superior tape measure, the 16-foot Klein. There's something about this, the size, the weight, it just makes me happy. Like, this one is fantastic. This one's one I was rocking for a long time, this 25-footer. This thing's a beast. Blade defense. This one got discontinued. I don't know why. But for a long time, I was using this one a lot by Craftsman. I never got the 35 footer. I'm kind of regretting that. And I don't know. I think do I have this? I don't even have a 16 foot. I think this one only came in 25 and 35. But I only end up getting one of these. I should have gotten a second one of these at least. I do like this one in the shop. This is one of the first ones I reach for after this one. It's this double-sided, and it's got the fractional reed. I only reach for this when this one's not in the vicinity. So this one's nice. This is their like rugged one. But the blade is, you got to worry about the blade because it's not as coated or high quality as some of the other ones. But it's still a decently good blade. But this Craftsman one is a beast. It's got great standout. Everything about this is good, but I don't really use this one anymore because I have other ones. This is one of my other favorites right here. Now, you guys know that Milwaukee makes the stud. Yes. Radiant Rick. Yes, we're going to get into that one. Ratchets, I love the Milwaukee and the Crescent Night Eyes. Yes, those are good. I don't have the Crescent Night Eyes ones. I've been meaning to get one. But so this is my other favorite. It's a 25. I need to get this in 16. I don't have this in a 16. I need to buy a 16 of this because this is magnetic wide blades. I do not like the new stud. The new stud is horrible for me. Don't get me wrong. The quality on the new stud is amazing. It's amazing. But I hate how big and it doesn't have a magnet in, and that's a real turnoff, the lack of a magnet. Where the 25 footer, I think, is the superior tape measure in the Milwaukee line over the stud. I have the stud. I don't even use it. Like after the first week I had it, I was like, I kind of wish I returned it. It was not worth the money. And it's one of my, I will say this, guys, it's one of the worst buys I've made in my life on a tape measure and tool wise. I think the stud, the newer gen with the little green tip is one of the worst buys in my book. This one is one of the best buys. Wide blade magnetic. It's got the same blade as the stud, but it offers more features. It's a more compact design. It's got the magnet. I mean, this thing is built solid. This is one of my favorites. If I need to bring a 25 footer, this is what I bring, because I don't have this in the 25 footer yet. Yeah, Jefferson. Look at this. Brand new shirt. They're tools, so it's not hoarding. You can see this backwards, but just picture this. Brand new shirt, grunt style. Get one of those. Make your wife's eye roll. My wife eye rolled me to death when she saw this shirt. It's brand new. But I prefer this over the stud. This is one of my favorite overall tapes, but it is big. It is on a big side, bulky. That's why, like, I'm on to the 16-foot line. I got to get a 16-foot in this. I don't have that. Here's another one that I love. This 16-foot Cobalt. This has a nice blade. It's fractional reed, double-sided. It's got a good standout. Not great. I love this screwdriver. This is what I keep in the budget bag. This is an amazing, amazing. I love it. It's got that rugged texture, the overmold, rubber overmold, really good. Yeah, Jimmy, same thing with me. More Lowe's than Home Depot. I haven't bought something in Home Depot in a while, unless it's bits. I'm not getting anything. The only thing is this doesn't have is the magnet. They have ones with the magnet on it that are similar to this, and I will buy those. The compact. This is the compact design. It's a 16-foot compact. Love it. This is one of my favorite, and not to mention it's blue, guys. My favorite color. I bought this for a reason, guys, and I'll tell you in a second. I was actually surprised at how good of a quality the Tough Series is. This is a 16-foot Tough Series. I will not be getting a 25-foot in this one, but this is definitely one of the best tape measures in the world. I added magnets to some of mine. Where'd you add them, Retros? So, this is why I wanted to do this thing. This is, so you guys know Joey on Morgan's Maintenance just did a review yesterday or the day before yesterday on the Stanleys. So last summer, At the Ace Hardware, near where my kids live, I bought the same ones that Joey has, Morgan's Maintenance. I bought these last summer. These aren't new. Actually, I don't even know how old these are. These might have even come out at the end of 2024, and I don't know. I still got my Tough series. I have not used it on any problem. Yeah, I gotta say, this is an amazing. But I bought this for a reason, and I actually love this screwdriver. This is a double-sided screwdriver. Tape measure, and I ended up really liking this. So I use this from time to time. Not very much, but rarely. But it's a really good tape measure. But I bought it for this reason. So they have this in 16 and 25 foot measurements. But the reason why I bought this was for a feature that this has, an adapter. This has a magnetic adapter. Now these are sister brands. Stanley, all under the Stanley Black & Decker branding. And here's the 25 foot of the Fat Max. So Joey put this on Morgan's Maintenance. This is a fantastic Fat Max. I have an old Fat Max that's about 25 years old that I retired. It's somewhere over there behind me. Let me see if I can pull it out. This thing was a beast for me for many, yeah, here it is. This is a retired 25 foot Max, Fat Max with blade armor, 25 years old. This thing has been through a ringer. It's not double-sided because back then they didn't put double-sided anything back then. This thing has been beat up, tortured. I built a farm with this tape measure. Look at the tape. I mean, this thing is beat up, but it's still good. It still works. You know, I just have it retired. It's retired. It's no longer the tape measure it was. It's not fancy enough. But so I think these are the flagship Stanley Fat Maxes. These are, in my opinion, what they have out there. These are the Fat Max flagships. The best of the best. The only thing that's lacking on these is a magnet. So the Tough Built series has a magnetic adapter that you attach. They have one that has a magnetic adapter and another one that has like this extra wide blade attachment, so you can make it a wider blade than what this is. So I bought this one just for the magnetic adapter that you attach. So basically this is how it comes. This is the Stanley Fat Max. Look at the rivets. See the rivets? And you got your typical play, your 1/8 inch play, just like you would, but here's the rivets. So the adapter slides right into the rivets, two of the rivets. So this is the magnetic adapter that comes with that Fat Max. Ratchet said, I used automotive group and added magnets. Hey, can you send me a picture? You know what? That's a great mod. I'm gonna send me a picture of how you did it. I kind of want to see it. Put it. You know where to send it to me on Instagram, on the private messages, on the tangs of 3 of my old team. Yeah, good. Yeah. So the magnetic adapter slides into the rivets. It catches on and slides into there, and you actually have a magnetic tape measure. Now I can always get that other DeWalt tape measure that has the bigger blade attachment, so you can make a bigger blade. You can make a wider blade that comes out like over here up to there, and they have that one. But I wasn't as interested in that as I am the magnetic attachment. And the thing that kind of sucks is Stanley Black & Decker, DeWalt, doesn't sell these by themselves. You know, that would be awesome. If they sold those by themselves, you could turn any non-magnetic, non-magnetic. I could probably make this into a magnetic tape measure. I'm sure I could fit the DeWalt one on this, potentially. I'm sure it is, because it's kind of universal. Or maybe not. I don't know. I mean, the rivets would have to line up with the same rivets as this. So let's take a look. Let's see if it does line up. I mean, it's kind of no, the rivets are closer together on this one, so it might not work. Maybe it would. I don't know. So if you look at this, look at the rivets. See how the rivets don't kind of line up? So that adapter is made for a Stanley Black & Decker design. So if you look at the rivets, let me see the rivets on this 16-footer. Yeah. See how they're compatible with each other? They're the same spacing. So here's the Tough build. I mean the Tough series. And then here is the Stanley Fat Max. And then the 16-foot has that same style. So that's why it's compatible with this magnets. And it probably wouldn't be compatible with other. It has to have this style of rivets for the magnet adapter to have compatibility with this. So this is, in my opinion, this is Stanley Fat Max's flagship Fat Max, because it's double-sided, and there's still Fat Maxes that are not double-sided. It's got this rubber overmold. It's got a really nice clip. Joey likes that. What's that brand? Nor or something. What that clip he put on his. Oh, thanks, Retros. Daniel says my 4-in-1 Craftsman ratchet comes in tomorrow. Nice, get it done. Somebody says, yeah, I got the Stanley Fat Max compact auto locking 16 that has a magnetic framing hook and that. Yes, yes. But I like this. To me, is Stanley's flagship. This is their top of the line. Because of the features of this. The only thing lacking on this is the magnet. So if you put the magnet, you can put the magnetic Tough series on this. The only thing, oh, and if you guys do decide to do that mod with this, make sure when you buy this, the magnetic adapters are, because there's people, I've seen this in the stores, people steal these magnetic adapters from the packaging. So if you buy the tape measure, it's not going to have the magnetic adapter. Somebody stole it, ripped it out. So yeah, Nolster somewhere. Yes, thank you, Nolster. So make sure if you do decide to do this mod, that the magnetic adapter is still there, because I've seen people stealing them. Like, not, I've seen the packages with the empty magnetic adapter. So this is good. I mean, I highly recommend it. I mean, it's still not going to, this is a 16 and this is a 16, but I still am going to be using this one more, because again, the compact design, I just like how lightweight this is compared to this. Even this one, like these are pretty much the same. So look at the design. Even they're pretty close design wise too. This Tough series. Look at that, guys. But, and this is plastic. This is the other thing, is how long will this last without cracking? Because this is all plastic. Where is it? Here's a 25-foot. So you just got to be careful not to try to drop this too much, because this is all plastic, but this is rubber overmold. So this is really nice quality over here. And I like this whole silver. And I would agree with Joey that a no, like, these are good clips, but I prefer, I would prefer something different. Like, I like this clip the best. You guys know, a lot of you guys have been on the streams that when it comes to utility knives and stuff like that, this is my favorite clip. Even for tape measures, the wire clip just beats everything. But this is a good clip. But I might just do what Joey did and go by his recommendation and go with the Nolster. The Nolster clip is the way to go. I do not have the new Mac 2. Oh, there's a new one. Jimmy, send me a picture of that. Do you have it? I didn't know there was a new one. I have the Snap-on magnetic ones. And I use those in the shop sparingly. If I'm right near the box, the Snap-on box. Where are they? Here we go. I like the Snap-on blades. I mean, I like the Snap-on tapes, but I got a 10-footer and a 16-footer. This is auto locking. This has fractional read on one side, but it's double-sided. It's a good tape. It's not a great tape. I mean, I prefer this over the Snap-on, even though the Snap-on's like a 10 times more the money. But it's got a magnetic feature here. Also, with the recently, like maybe a month and a half ago, they made an adapter, so you have to take this out. This is like a sticker. A magnetic sticker. There's a screw inside here. You unscrew the thing that what the magnet is, and then you pull. You have to take the sticker out, and then they made a hook that you can attach to this instead of using the magnet on the snap-on. This is a 10-foot snap-on, but honestly, I like this for a pinch, but it's not my go-to. I prefer the 16-footer on the snap-on if I use it, but I barely use these. I have it because it's snap-on. It is what it is. Someway says, funny story. I ordered the tape from Zorro and I received a whole box of them, 10 tapes. They had difficulty figuring out how to get them back, but it finally, oh, nice. I use, here's the thing, Jefferson. I like earmuffs, but they get in the way. So I use either the Milwaukee version or these are Klein's. This comes in a 6-pack. I use these things. Ear protection is these or the Milwaukee ones. There's no, these are my go-tos. This or the Milwaukee ones. I have the Milwaukee ones here somewhere. There it is. Here's my Milwaukee ones. I have multiples of these. I have a bunch of these. This is just one I haven't opened up yet. But I either use these or these. They're the same thing. It doesn't matter. But I either use those. I do like I have Klein Bluetooth earmuffs that have, like, you can play music, take phone calls. I do that with the Klein. Every once in a while, I'll put it on for if I don't feel like putting stuff in the ear, because these at some points can be uncomfortable at some, but they're pretty much overall they're okay. They do the job, and they're comfortable enough. But I normally, especially on jobs, because I'm not bringing earmuffs at job sites. At job sites, I'm bringing these because I want to stay as minimal, lightweight as possible, and this is lightweight and minimal. And same thing with safety glasses, all kinds. And knee pads, I used to bring knee pads to jobs, and slide them on, but they get too cumbersome, and then I start sweating, and that's a whole nother ballgame. So I just bring like a knee pad, like from either my Cobalt one, my Husky one, or my Harbor Freight. I keep the Harbor Freight in my truck loadout. I have the Husky upstairs. I used to use that. I lost that for a long time. I only recently found it like 2 or 3 months ago. I found it. It was gone for about a year. I found it in my bedroom closet, like buried underneath all these like shoe boxes. So I was like, how the heck did that get there? But for a while I was sporting the Husky knee pad, and also the Cobalt one. The blue one they sell at Lowe's. The Cobalt one is nice. I like those, but I do I just buy the $4 or $5 one from Harbor Freight, and that works enough for me. Don Shop said Home Depot had some new tools on sale, price drops as well. Nice. Somebody says I won. What did you win? Jimmy says I should be wearing earmuffs. Been doing so many years without just being stupid. I use aerobic knee pads for knee pads. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I just think that, like, I want to wear get the knee pads. I want to try the Klein ones, the ones with that like dry fit material on it with the like little hexagonal pattern there. Those look actually kind of comfortable. I would wear those because they kind of remind me of those like sleeves that have the elbow on it. I had one of those before, but I mean, it is what it is. Some way. Yeah, don't wear anything dangling. Some way. This is the way I wear mine. It really isn't that bad. I wear them. This is in the back, not in the front. I never do that. I never have a problem because this kind of like wraps around the back of my neck. Look at the slack. There's barely any slack on this side. So it wraps around my neck. I don't have to worry about something dangling. So this could dangle, like, just for arguments, this could dangle like this, and it's not going to catch onto anything. This is the way I wear them. Right in the back. I don't have to worry about it. That's the way I like to wear them. Gel pads. Yeah, those gel ones. I want to try the Klein ones. I don't know. And then I have this one too. I got this because of Joey. Morgan's Maintenance. He has like a really nice setup, and I kind of like these, but I still prefer the bigger pads. But I want to get the half size pad at the Hyper Tough ones at Walmart. That one's like $10. I like these, and if I need to have like a smaller loadout, I highly recommend these guys. So if you don't want to wear knee pads and you don't want to bring those big pads, I put these on a little carabiner. These are called Ergodyne. You can get these on Amazon. ProFlex kneeling pad. I use these every once in a while. I'll bring these because it's very minimal, and if I don't feel like bringing one of those bigger pads, I'll bring this. But since I'm working on the floor when I'm doing electrical work, I'll bring the bigger one, and I use that as a seat cushion when I'm sitting down on the floor, changing receptacles and stuff. But I do like these Ergodynes. Tenacious Ergodyne work. CFAR, I don't know what that is. Oh, work of art. I don't know. I can't really read that because I've already used this, and the letters looks kind of worn down. But these are nice. And it comes with these little loops. You can get these on Amazon. They're about $11, I think. About $11. I bought these like a couple of years ago. And like I said, I use them from time to time, but I still prefer the bigger pads. If I'm going to sit down on the ground and not kneel, I'll just go that route. That's how I do it. And then you remove them and they dangle. You forgot mix some mud, then bam. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't remove them from my ears. The only time I remove these, I don't like hanging them on my neck like this. I never do that. I wear them the whole time, and then they go into the bag. I don't do this. I don't take them off. I don't like, if I'm using it, they're stuck in my ears all the time. I only wear these when I'm using power tools or whatever, or doing my lawn. I don't like to do this. This feels uncomfortable for me. I just keep them in the ear, and then when I'm done, they go right in the bag or right on top of this workbench. Amy says, I think I paid $50 and maybe more for the foam pads. Yeah. Somebody says, I'm using the Klein lightweight knee sleeves. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, small, medium, stay in place for me, but I have to roll the edges to turn because the silicone rips my skin. Really? Is it because of your skin, or is it because like there's like something like a sharp edge or something like on the knee pads? What about hammer? What is best? So it depends on the job. These are all good questions, Jefferson. Excellent questions. I have a lot of hammers. I have a lot of tools in general, whether it's screwdrivers, pliers. I have all brands from budget. So if you look at I have two loadouts that are ready to go at all times. So this is my Klein loadout. This is a little bit more expensive tools. And then I have my budget tools. This is all budget, mostly Cobalt. So if I go work in rough areas, this is all budget tools, whether it's Harbor Freight, Quinn, and I keep this all blue brand. So Quinn's a blue brand at Harbor Freight, Cobalt, Work Pro, Lennox. This is my budget tool loadout. I have a Cobalt non-contact voltage tester, Cobalt clamp meter in here, Cobalt lights, screwdrivers, Quinn, Work Pro pliers, and there's like a bunch of things in here. So when I'm doing certain kinds of work, electrical work, hammers, I bring a little stubby, because if I'm just doing like nailing staples, I don't need to bring anything big. But that being said, my favorite electrician's hammer with electrical work is this Milwaukee. This is 12 ounces. This thing's beat the hell up, though. Look at this. Look at that head. Beat the hell out of it. This is a 12-ounce hammer. It's very comfortable in the hand. I just wish this was more of a straight claw instead of like slightly curved, but it's better than those really curved claws like that stubby. But I bring a lot of stubbies because it depends on the job. So if I'm doing electrical work, I'm either bringing this load out with this hammer or that load out with that hammer, or sometimes I'll just bring a stubby hammer because I have other stubby hammers. Somebody says the silicone is too grabby and I'm up and down a lot. I actually had scabs and still have a mark on one leg. These are the first pads that oh wow. Yeah, I used to carry the have those Harbor Freight ones with the like the gray with the black plastic on the knee pad, and those got uncomfortable because you had the Velcro with the stretch on the back. It's horrible. I don't take these out on the job sites. I took these out on the job sites a couple of times, but I don't take these. So if I'm at home and I'm doing like framing jobs, there's a reason for this. You'll see in a minute. Jeez Louise, where is it? Here it is. If I'm here at home, I have two Martinez hammers. One's the M1 and the M4. If I had to pick between the two of these, because these hammers are $330 each. Well, now they're more, but when I got them, they were $330 each. The smaller one, I definitely recommend the smaller, the M4 over the M1, because it's more compact. You can pretty much do the same thing on this. And the good thing is the heads from the M4 will fit on the M1 will fit on the M4, but the heads from the M4 will not fit. They're not compatible with the M1. So this is a more versatile. This is I think a 14-ounce hammer, but these things don't hit like a 14-ounce. These are made of titanium, and this one hits like a 22-ounce. This is no, wait a minute. I think that one's 12 ounces, I think. 12 or 14, and this one's, I think, a 15 or 16 ounce. And this one hits like a 28-ounce hammer. These are made to be brutalized, but because they're so expensive, I will not bring those. They will not leave the house. So a standard regular hammer that I do bring a lot because it's blue is the Cobalt. And sometimes I'll put it in this bag, but usually not. I'll put these in my Klein mod box, Craftsman trade stack, or my Milwaukee pack out. I have way more pack out though. It's all buried back there. All back there. It's like a bunch of pack out stuff. This is what I have for Klein, and then my trade stacks over here. I like this. I recently got these. Hold on. I'll also show you my framing Craftsman hammer that I used to use. I haven't used this one in ages. But I used to use this other Craftsman hammer that's a smooth face that's around here. But the newest hammers I got too that I really like, I wish they would make a smaller, lighter version of this one. Because I think this is an ideal design for an electrician. I know a lot of people like the Weha. I don't have the Weha yet, but I'm definitely going to buy it. The Weha electrician's hammer. This is an 18-ounce hammer, but it's kind of long. I like the weight on this for bigger jobs. I've definitely used this one a little bit. This one's got some beat down on it, but I like the compact head with the straight claw. It really is nice. But I ended up buying the Klein 16-ounce. Where is that Klein? It's more of a traditional style of head compared to this one. They need to make this one like a 12-ounce. If they made a 12-ounce like this, like the Milwaukee, I would say this one would be better than Milwaukee. But it's not. But I like this one. This is a 16-ounce, very lightweight. I use this one. These are the two recent purchases, but I've been beating this one up a little bit. I haven't used maybe like once. It's got like a little nick. But if you look at this, like they need to come out. Klein needs to come out with something like with this head, but in this style of body and weight. I would love to see that. And I do like this fiberglass handle with the rubber oval molding. I mean, I really like that. But I do have my stubbies. So here's so that Cobalt stubby that I have in that bag. Here's the green high vis version of the Cobalt. And I also have a Hyper Tough stubby with the magnetic starter. This one's a 10-ounce. Usually these stubbies are 8 ounces, but this is a 10-ounce, and I like this one. So I use stubbies a lot. But if I'm, like I said, depends on the job. If I'm doing like a big job, I'm bringing one of my Craftsman framing nails. I'll bring that Klein, that big Klein. And I like this Craftsman one too, with the fiberglass high vis. I've definitely been using this one. I actually worked this one hard for like a couple of years. Um, but nothing like for framing. If I'm doing framing, then I'm beating the hell out of it. But this thing's like really rugged. Look at the head. Like I beat on this a lot. And if you look at the face on this one's taken a beating. Where this one's just been, I don't know, they like a stronger steel. I don't know. I mean, this one's got its nicks and it's been used. You know, it's been used and abused, but it's a great hammer. And I have more hammers than this. You know, I have ball peen hammers, but I like I said lately, this past year I've definitely been using this one a lot more. And I like it's got a side nail puller. And the Milwaukee, I definitely got to use this one more as for a regular hammer, but I really am enjoying this one and the stubbies. So I mean, there's a lot of options. It just depends on the job. Dan says, "Sorry, I was about to go look at Sears Craftsman 12-inch bandsaw to buy. But I'm gonna go look tomorrow. Yeah, get that bandsaw, dude. Don, hopefully you get it. Don Shop says, what do you think of different style Milwaukee Dustbuster hand vacuum? New design. I don't have it yet, but I want to get it. It's on my list of things to buy. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I don't know yet. I mean, I have my my Craftsman one, and I have an adapter to put that I got on Etsy. So it goes into this flat side. And I actually broke this. This is the adapter that broke. I have to buy a new adapter. Here's the other side of it. So you can put attachment to it, but I busted it. So see, it snapped over here. So it was like this. I bought that on Etsy. Maybe I can 3D print one myself, but I don't know how to do that. I have a 3D printer, but I'm not very proficient with it. I do have the rigid one. And I've liked this one for a long time. This was my go-to for many, many years until I got that Craftsman one. They're about the same, equal CFM, like suction power. They're all good. I don't know how much better the Milwaukee one's going to be. I have to do a little bit more research before I can buy that. Anyone take advantage of a little? Yes, Dan, I got 2 batteries, and Saturday, May 30th, I'm going to be getting another one. So at the most, I'll get three new 3 amp hour batteries, and the coupons. Jefferson says, great collection, men. I hope one day I have a collection of tools. Yes. Jefferson, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me on private message on Instagram or on YouTube on the comment section. I have like insane amount of tools. I can give you, I have like years and decades of experience. So just let us know. I mean, there's a lot of guys that will help you out, you know, talk tools with you and get you started like in the right direction, what you're going to do with the tools, what your needs are, what your budget is. I mean, there's so many options. And the thing I like about the way I perceive things is, I mean, you have a high-end, like, for example, the wire strippers we were talking about earlier. This is a high-end wire stripper. Knipex is pretty much, when it comes to pliers, Knipex is pretty much considered the top dog in the world. Bar none. Made in Germany, great quality. But in this shop, in the CE Tool Den shop right here, Klein is my favorite hand tool brand of all time is Klein. I mean, I have a whole drawer dedicated to Klein. Look at this, Jefferson. This is all screwdrivers and pliers, and all this is all Klein. And meters, bits. I mean, this is all Klein. I can't even fit. And it is what it is. But I also have a blue drawer, because like I said, blue is my favorite color. And I have a drawer with all Blue Tool brands or Blue Tools. So this isn't the Blue Tool drawer. And they're all very good tools. I use these. I love using the Blue Tools. And I also have my Harbor Freight Doyle and Icon and Quinn drawer. Well, the Quinn goes in the Blue Tool in the blue drawers, but this is all Icon and Doyle pliers. All this is, so there's always if you're on a budget, I recommend some stuff like that, or the Cobalt or Craftsman lines. I have a lot of videos where you can see sometimes the lower brand outperforming the more expensive brands, which is pretty cool. I have like that Battle of the Diagonal Cutters. Let me tell you, that video was awesome. And Craftsman rated as one of the top diagonal cutters. They're high leverage ones, not the regular ones. The regular ones were kind of trash, I think. But I mean, I have all kinds of pliers. I mean, I have Mac Tools. I got Snap-on. I have all kinds of pliers. Knipex, Milwaukee's, Weehaws, Toolin. I mean, there's just so many brands in here. Craftsman. Channel locks. I got channel lock stuff here. I keep my channel lock stuff here. I mean, I recommend. There's a lot of good brands out there. There really is, and you just gotta get what's best for you, what's in your budget, and you know, this just even Japanese. Like, this is one of my new favorite ones. I just recently got this, and I recently did a video. Engineer, because these use that screw extractor bit, just like the Knipex, and the Milwaukee has something like this. But not in a needle nose. This is what they have. Where is it? I just had it. Oh, here it is. These right here. I like those. They're good quality. I'm not gonna knock it. So these are the Craftsman's high leverage ones. Get these. Don't get the regular ones. Retro says Craftsman V diagnosis cutters are also very nice. Are you talking about the V series? Hey, Papa School Shed, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hold on. Retros, this one right here? The V series? Yeah, this one right here. That one, yeah. But I use these more as a flush cutter, because if you look at the little writing on this, it says plastic and soft wire only. So I only keep this I only cut zip ties with it, and like literally soft wire. I won't cut anything hard with it. Like, that's why I prefer something like this with the high leverage. And even the Snap-ons, you know, this one's okay. I'm not too fond of this one, because this Snap-on doesn't cut as well as this one. Something to do with the law of physics here. Yeah, dude, you want to see my screwdriver drawers? This is one of my screwdriver drawers. Here's another one. Oops, that's not that. Right there. And then I got more screwdrivers here. Wyatt tin snips, screwdrivers, Craftsman. We got so many tools, guys. This is the tools. And then I got a lot of my Harbor Freight stuff here. So like I already showed you guys, all the screwdrivers, pliers from the blue drawer. The blue drawer always wins. And then here's my Icon and Doyle stuff. Like I said though, I love the Doyle and Icon stuff. I do. I actually try to reach out more for this stuff, or the Cobalt and Craftsman tools, than I do my high-end stuff, because they perform. These things perform, and I'm not scared to break them, because I can always go to like Harbor Freight and exchange them. That's why I have a budget bag. So if I lose something, or if my stuff gets stolen, this budget bag is the way to go. Yes, I'm gonna cry, because even so this is a budget bag, it's still expensive. There's still a lot of money involved in there. This is my more expensive bag of tool loadouts. Is the Klein. But when I get the new Veto bags, I'm gonna make a Klein Veto Knipex loadout for when I know I don't have to make any stops. I just go to a job at a very nice neighborhood, very nice, wealthy neighborhood, and I'll bring my Knipex and some Klein stuff, because I don't have everything Knipex. I have a lot of Knipex. This is all a bunch of Knipex. I have about 17 Knipex pliers, whether it's wire strippers or whatever, but I don't have everything. But I do have a lot of Knipex. And I have some Weha that we like. Yeah, Jefferson, I've been collecting tools all my life. So I still got some stuff. I did have a better, I had a lot of older USA Craftsman stuff back in the day. But I got divorced, so a lot of that had to go bye-bye when I got divorced 12 years ago. But I rebuilt myself. I rebuilt my tool collection, and I've added even better tools. So you know what? It's a trade-off. But like I said, in a lot of cases, I prefer in a lot of cases I'll prefer a budget tool over a high-end tool. Because it may perform the same, it might perform better, or I just feel more comfortable using a budget tool, knowing that if I destroy it, I can always get another one, whether warranty or just buy another one, where I know like it's going to be a tougher get to buy a more expensive broken tool. Like I know with Knipex, getting a warranty can be a real hassle, and I've heard sometimes they deny the warranty, and I don't want that to happen to me. So I only use Knipex in the shop here, but I use Klein a lot, and Klein's in that, like, financially, Klein is right in that sweet spot of, like, some stuff can be expensive, but some stuff is really budget friendly, and either way, you're getting a great bang for the buck. And then there's Harbor Freight. I mean, I absolutely love Harbor Freight. I know people can knock me in that, but I do have all the brands, guys. I have Knipex. I have what other German brands I have? I have like a bit holder from Hazette. I have some the Hazette mini tools. I got some Wera stuff. I have Weha. And by the way, Weha I love. I love the Weha stuff that I do have. But there is, I don't know, I can do the same jobs with the budget tool, whether it's a Doyle, an Icon, or a Cobalt, just the same as I could with a Klein or a Knipex or NWS. Like, one of my Knipex pliers is made by NWS. The water pump pliers, the 10-inch water pump pliers with the yellow handle, that's a German NWS water pump pliers. Really nice. I really like those. They perform very, very good. They're almost as good as the Knipex. I gotta say, the Knipex is slightly better, the Cobras, than the Kleins, but I'll use the Kleins over the Cobras because I have that Klein loadout bag. But it is what it is. All the time. I mean, even this is a cheaper Klein Tools tape measure, and this is my favorite right now. This is my favorite tape measure. It has no great features, but it's double-sided. It's small and compact and lightweight. It feels good in the hand. It's got a stop right here, finger stop button, and it's got a locking slide, and it's got a good clip, but it's not the best clip, but it's what I go to. My 16-foot. I mean, I can take the flagship Stanley Fat Max, the wall, this Craftsman blade defense, this Milwaukee wide blade. I mean, I really like this one for a 25-footer. This is probably the one I would go to, but this thing's heavy. And this one's very well priced. Cheap, very good. And it does everything I want it to do. The only thing it doesn't have is a magnet, but that's why I have this one. This is the beast one for the magnet. Yep, love me a ton of Gear Wrench, Tekton, Weha, Knipex, Tooling. I love tooling. That's what another thing I have is tooling. But I need to get more tooling stuff, Papas. I got to get the tooling double box head wrenches with the flex heads, the long ones and the short ones. And you know what's a good brand too that a lot of people dismiss but don't is Duratech. Duratech, you know, you got Work Pro, you got Duratech, and SK from the same line from Great Star. And I really like Duratech, guys. Tooling is extremely underrated. And you know what? They give you a lot of bang for the buck. Like, check this out. Like, a lot of you guys may have this. I think Papa's did a video on this not too long ago. And let me get let me show you guys. Is they did a. I bought this last year because this was like a special edition, Christmas edition, kind of like what they do with the Knipex. Is the pliers wrench. This thing is awesome. This is the 7-inch version. I didn't get Papa's. I didn't get the 12-inch yet. I remember I left a comment on your channel about the 12-inch pliers. And this has the soft jaws grips. So I really like the fact that it comes with these soft jaws. So you can actually use this and not have to mar up a work surface. So here's one of them. You put that on one of the teeth. And then they came out, this year they came out with this water pump pliers, the 7-inch, and with this case. So the thing I like about tooling is they include the case, and it's very smooth, guys. I really like this. These are very comparable to the Cobras. I mean, they're not Cobra quality, but they're pretty damn good. I like these a lot. They're tooling is definitely so underrated, but I love tooling. I could use tooling tools all day. The only thing I need to do is I got to start getting more of their automotive stuff. But you guys got to see Duratech. I mean, oh, sorry guys, I just got disconnected for a second there. Hey Papas, check out this box. This is my 250th anniversary Snap-on I got. The water pump pliers in the tooling in the 10-inch and 12-inch is non-existent right now. There is something going on. I don't know why tooling isn't coming out with those. But I gotta say, guys, I've been doing a lot of Duratech lately, and I'm impressed. They got good stuff. So I got the crow's feet in SAE and metric. I got these long flex head ratcheting wrenches, double box end, SAE and metric. So on this one, I bought two different kinds. So I bought this version. They have two different kinds. So they have this one from Duratech that's a standard style of ratcheting wrench holder on the box ends, and then they have the one with the kind of like RBRT style. Hold on one second. Let me get that one. Where is it? And I have that version. This is the one that's kind of like RBRT style, so it's got like the extra bite edge. So I have this in SAE and metric for the long ratcheting wrenches. Really nice. And they're underrated. I think Duratech and brands like Duratech and Tooling are really one of those brands that are they're on the cusp of being great stuff. I bought these on Amazon Powerbuilt. So Titan, you guys know Titan, they're sold at Advanced Auto Parts, Amazon, and other retailers, and O'Reilly's. They have these branded under Titan and Powerbuilt. It's the same one, right? I paid $35-40 for these. You get a 1/4 inch. It's like a crow's foot, but like a little flex. These are really nice, and you can get into grab a bolt. Let me get this better. And they're rated for different sizes. So this is your 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. You can get into small places. You can put, the good thing about this is you can put an extension on this, make it like a long wrench, or put it the extension there and use it as like a crow's foot. It's really nice. I recently got these like a couple of weeks ago. I like these flex head, regular sized ratcheting on one end, open on the other, the Duratechs. I'm impressed with the Duratech one, guys. I mean, I don't know what the warranty is on them and what to expect, but I am liking this. This is my RBRT Mac Craftsman Overdrive and Mac combined. I filled out the set with my Mac Tools truck guy. So most of this is Overdrive, Craftsman Overdrive, and then to kind of fill up the set and get the skip sizes, I use the Mac branded ones to get that. I do have my Snap-on Nano access tools here. My Snap-on guy loves me. I do, like I said, I do have Snap-on. I do have Mac, but I do prefer, honest to God, I just use my more budget tools most of the time. I mean, I have Snap-on Mac tools, but I have Quinn and G1, G2 ratchets in here of Icon. I got Pittsburgh in here, Craftsman V series, diehards. There's a lot involved here. Thank you, Papas. Yeah, I want to see Toolant to come out with those Cobras, the 10 and 12s. That'd be awesome. Yeah, Titan has really impressed me with some of the offerings they have. I want to get more Titan stuff. They really do a good job. Has anyone had an experience with Titan's Life? I have not had an experience because I haven't broken anything Titan. But if I ever did, I'd definitely get it. Amazing collection of sockets, ratchets. Yeah, I gotta if you're gonna buy a set of sockets, guys, I recommend the master sets from Quinn. Most of this is all the Quinn stuff. I have every single V series socket in here. I love the V series, but the Quinn is definitely a go-to. And then the nanos, Astro nanos. Get all the Astro nanos. I just got the I gotta do a video on it. This is the newest one. Me and Clint bought these sets. So this is the half size. So you know, like sometimes you have stuff that swells up. This is the half size brand new set that just came out. So if you get a 9mm bolt that swells up, you can get a 9.5, 10.5. I gotta get the new 12 points too. They just came out with a set of 3/8 12 points. Daniel says, I'm not sure if not having to warranty Titan products is a good thing. Hey, it is what it is. Here's a way to avoid buying a Snap-on ratchet. So one of the things I do a lot is spark plug changes for customers and stuff like that. And the Snap-on ratchet of the bent handle. This is a diehard, by the way, from Advanced Auto Parts. This is actually a nice ratchet. This is their newest gen. I got the bent handle for these for like $35, right? The Snap-on version of this is $190. Because this is a ratchet that I don't normally use, but it's just for spark plugs, I didn't want to spend $200 or $190 plus tax on a ratchet. But I will spend on a ratchet if I'm going to use it more, like a regular 3/8 like this. Like this is a 1/4 inch, a Snap-on 1/4 inch ratchet. I'll use this a lot, so I'll buy the flex head. Guys, I only like really like flex head ratchets, so I use whether it's locking or not locking. So I just use that. And like even this style of ratchet, it's Pittsburgh. I will not buy the Snap-on because this is kind of like a niche tool, and this is a ratchet I'll probably rarely use. But when it's time to use this, I'll have the Pittsburgh version, and it's going to be just enough for me. But like I said, I do have my fair share of the Snap-on. Like, here's my Snap-on 3/8. So this is a 20-inch locking head 3/8. This is their newer model of the 80-tooth ratchet. So this is a Snap-on. I love this ratchet. Where's my other one? This is my 1/2 inch Snap-on. I like that ratchet. Here's my standard size 3/8. This is one I like to use a lot. I do use my G1s a lot too. I mean G2s. This is one of my favorite ratchets right here. Is this 3/8? I want to get the shorter one when it's on the. I have to get the new 1/2 inch too, the 18-inch. I have the 26-inch right here, the G2 Icon. That's the big boy. But I got to get the 18-inch 1/2 inch, and I like to use this one. So when I do brake jobs and you get under the wheel well, this Craftsman V series comes in really handy because I hammer the crap out of it. So I hammer the handle. So I put this on the bolt, and I'll get the little mini sledge, and until I can get the bolt off. Because sometimes I don't use it. I don't use an impact wrench. Sometimes I have plenty of impact wrenches, but sometimes they're kind of a pain in the ass to use, especially in a low clearance area. So I'll just use a ratchet and hit it with the hammer. I like these diehards. These diehard ratchets from Advanced Auto Parts are really nice. This is the newer version. A lot of people recommended the older version. this thing, yeah, this is the older version with the round handle, not that hexagonal shape, but I think they're both really nice. There's a lot of good ones. Here's my Mac tools. This one's nice. This is a 90 tooth flex head max access. This is a really nice. You can change the handles on these. Really nice. For fixed heads, I don't have too many fixed heads. I do love my Quins because these are made by Gear Wrench and to the same specs as the Gear Wrench, the 90 tooth ones. I love 90 tooth ratchets. Here's another good one from Icon G1. I like this. A lot of people aren't fans, but I have no problem with the G1s. I have Craftsman ratchets. I got a lot of ratchets here. This isn't all my ratchets. This is some of my ratchets. But this is most of it, though. I mean, we do have a lot of that stuff. Baco, we got to get Baco wrenches, Dan. I don't have any Baco. I don't have any Baco stuff, but I plan on getting it. The Baco brand instead of the Snap-on brand because it's going to be a lot better. The only thing Capri stuff I have is the stubby sockets. I don't have ratchets. I want to get into the. I don't know. It just depends. Carlisle too. Jimmy, I know you recommend Carlisle. I love Carlisle. I do have a Carlisle wire stripper. The good one. Like I really enjoy the Carlisle stuff. I just don't have enough. So this is the newer Carlisle. I picked this up at the end of last year. The automotive wire strippers. I like these. These are good. Papa still says I have Gear Wrench 84 to 122 XP, some Craftsman, and old Cobalt. Yeah, hey, those old Cobalts are friggin' awesome. Even the new Cobalts are okay. I like the Cobalt stuff. The Craftsmans I love. I gotta get the Gear Wrench 122, the slim head, because I want to get that little slim head with the elongated handle, so it gets into really tight to reach areas. Papas, those are really really nice. The Gear Wrench ones. I don't have that yet. When I get a little bit of Do Re Mi, I'll probably get those. Really good. Those are fantastic ratchets. On the Gear Wrench, because of the clearance. I mean, I have the Nano Access with those, and I can get into a lot of places, but sometimes they're big. But if you can get that Gear Wrench one, it really is awesome. They're really nice. Because the heads are so small, you can get into those little tight areas. Dan Lambert says, I have the old 3/8 Master Impact sockets from Capri. They paid for, yes, absolutely. Capri is outstanding. It really is a fantastic tool truck alternative. I can't say anything bad. I love Capri. The sockets that I do have are fantastic. So these are the Capri sockets, because like I use the Capri sockets on Amazon that I buy to finish out a set. Let me see. So, is this a Capri? No, this is a Genius. Yeah, so this is a Genius. You guys heard Genius? This is a very good brand. This is a 12-point socket. This is a Jujan Tech because I didn't have this size, 31 millimeters. Here is Sunex 1.5 inch. Where's the Capri ones? This is where the Capri should be. This is a Genius also. Where's the Capri ones? That's Pittsburgh. Yeah, here's a Capri. One of the Capri ones I have, the 27 millimeter. What happened to my Capris? My big Capris. Wait a minute, these it? Yep, that's a Capri deep well 27 millimeter. So I have this just to fill out sets. There's a 25 Capri. I like these sockets. They make some of the best sockets. And for the money, you're not going to go wrong. Capri's always legit. I love Capri. I got to get this sucker in there. There it is. I got to figure out how it's stacked in here now. There's just a lot of options here. I do this to remove some of the big boys that I need to get out. I can't fit that there. That drawer still needs to get filled out. Yeah, a Carlisle can be expensive, especially this past year. They kind of wanted to go really pricey on their ratchets. I'm like, I kind of got turned off by that because they're not a tool truck. Carlisle is not a tool truck. The ratchets are made in Taiwan. If it was USA, I would say yeah, but no, I'm not paying $300 for a friggin' ratchet. $200 for a ratchet. I don't know, Jimmy. I don't know if Genius is the same as. That's a good question. They might be. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, they potentially might be. I mean, those experts. I mean, Genius really makes a really great socket, impact socket. Jimmy said, I like the 1/4 inch Cobalt click style torque wrench. Looks nice, but it's $100, but it got bad reviews. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. But I do like that. Oh, guys, you guys know what I picked up recently? I picked up a set of these on Amazon. Like these little carburetor cleaners. Because I do a lot of some small engine work. And I highly recommend, if you guys do like small engines and stuff like that, here's your little carburetor cleaner pens, little brush type things. These work very well to clean out those little little pinhole areas. They have long ones. This is a long one. This is a shorter one. They're not expensive. I think, what the heck did I pay for this? Maybe $12 for a set of 4. So 2 small ones, 2 bigger ones. It's not bad. Yeah, how's that? Oh, listen, guys. If we reach 10,000, speaking of which, Daniel, if we reach 10,000 subscribers, this is the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. This is brand new in package, never been opened. I already have my own. I bought one for when I reached 10,000. So this is what this is. This is like the Wera tool check, but this is the Hazette version. But Hazette licensed this from Wera, the design. So it's not the same tools as the same, but it's the licensed by Wera. Where does it say? It says it somewhere in the package here. Somewhere on this package it says, oh, there it is. Because Wera has a patent on this, so licensed by Wera, but Hazette. This is a very good. This is the 10,000 giveaway. Brand new in box. 5,000 giveaway is this Veto MP1X. I can't wait to get the 5,000 because I wanna give this away, guys. This is brand new. Veto Pro Pack MP1X pouch, electrician's pouch, tool pouch, whatever you want to call it. Highly recommend it. So if we get there faster, tell your friends, tell your family. They're good. Yeah, Jimmy, those are good. Those little pins are great for paint guns. The nozzles, perfect for that. I love those. Absolutely love those. Highly recommend. Those they're good for a lot of things, but they're really, really, really good for carburetors. Like so I'm gonna be doing some work on like my son-in-law's snow blower. I gotta fix that. Yeah, he's had too many issues with that thing. I bought a new carburetor for it. I just haven't installed it yet. And then I'm not doing it during the dead of winter outside. Let's go, guys. Yeah, Dan. Let's get to 500. I mean 5,000 and 10,000 fast. Tell everybody. Spread the word. Let's get the hype going on. Because I ain't playing games, man. I'm here to give away. I want to give away stuff. You know what I mean? I ain't rich or anything like that, but let me tell you. Just like Jeff's Garage, I don't give away junk, guys. I'm giving away good stuff here. I mean, it's not the newest Evo stuff, but the Veto, that Veto one, I have the Veto MP1X, and I love that. Absolutely love it. It's been a really good little pouch. But needless to say, I want to get to 5,000 fast so I can just give away the item. And get it out of the shop. I want to have a winner. Dan, you were one of the winners on my previous giveaway. You got the sockets. Tell everybody how much you like the sockets. They're good sockets. Those impact sockets. I like those. Those were nice sockets, I gotta say. Let me see. Oh, here's another purchase I got recently. Look at this, guys. This is a 6-inch double-sided P2R2 bit. So this is my favorite electrician's bit of all time, the P2R2s. And I finally got my hands on this. This thing is a pain in the butt to get. So, because these things are always sold out, or they sell them in big packs. I don't want a big giant pack because they're super expensive if you buy them in a big giant pack. But look how cool that is. And it's impact rated. So I can use this to install outlets, receptacles, outlets. Really nice. I love P2R2, so I don't even have to use a bit holder for this. This will work perfectly fine. I bought 2 of those. Yeah, with that rail. That rail is pretty nice. I was like, I was not expecting that rail to come out. That was impressive. I gotta say, that was an impressive rail. I like the rail. I mean, it doesn't have the strongest magnet, but it's got a magnet nonetheless. They're really nice sockets. They're good quality. They did a good job, and I didn't want to use them because I wanted them to be virgins. So when you got them, when Dan got them, they were virgin sockets. I just showed them. I just did a quick review, but without showing them being used because I wanted them to be a nice virgin socket for the actual winner, and Dan won it. So he got the touch on that one. Yeah, those I would say they're definitely a very good socket. I even like the design on it, the little paint scheme. Are you having any issues with the thing rubbing off or no? The paint, the design on those, Dan? Because I figure at some point those things are gonna rub off, just like any of the sockets that have like the etching on it. That would be oh boy, I gotta start getting things cleaned up in here. I made a mess tonight, guys, but we did talk a lot of tools today, so that can be said. We did have a very big tool talk. Yep. Oh, good. No rub off. Perfect. Yeah, you broke them in. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to use them. I said, you know what? Let's keep them virginal. And so the person can enjoy them from the get-go. You know what I mean? I don't want them to be used. All I did was just had to do a tool review and just get her done. And that's what we did. And Dan, you got to break them in. And you got to enjoy them, so I'm happy for that. That was only like the second giveaway I've ever done in my life. I gave away a couple of years ago, a little bit over 2 years ago. I did around Christmas time. I got rid of a V20 Craftsman V20 router. That was a pretty good giveaway we did. I like that one. That was a good giveaway too. Good. So we did that. But my next giveaway I plan on doing is that 5,000 subscriber mark, the Veto MP1X, and then 10,000 will be this one. This is a beast right here. Hazet. So just make sure we get the subscriber count up. If we do that, we'll be able to do all that other jazz. Let me see. Is this? Oh yeah. That's the bit for this. I definitely want to get. There's a lot more things I want to get for the shop. I know this shop is very packed, but we're trying to make all the room we can in here. I know it's not the most organized shop, but it's at least it's a shop that gets used. I'm in here a lot. I like hanging out here a lot, and I definitely like being here. It's definitely a good getaway. You know what I mean? And it's a place of zen in here. uh, it gets me away from being in trouble because I definitely buy a lot of tools, and that can get me in trouble. That's one way, so I can hide down here. Being in the shop is the best. Definitely the best. And I can watch TV down here. I can watch movies. You know, I got access to a lot of things. I got the TV over there. Holy crap. Guys, we're already at 3 hours and 20 minutes. That's pretty awesome. But, yeah. So I hope you guys have been watching a lot of the video. Like, last night's video was pretty good. Very informative. I've been wanting to do that video for a long time now. It's something that I think it needed to be said, because 6-in-1 screwdrivers, you know, for a lot of people, that's one of your first screwdrivers, because it gives you multiple use, but not to the best of its ability. And I think there's more that you can do to the best of the ability with a screwdriver like that. You know what I mean? A 6-in-1 screwdriver is what it is. I can't speak of, you know, how people buy them, but that's definitely one of the first screwdrivers I ever had, was this red handled 6-in-1 screwdriver, and I couldn't tell you what happened to it. I think it was one of the things that I had to give up in the divorce, because I didn't have enough room in my apartment at the time when I moved out of my house into an apartment, and it just fell by the wayside. You know what I mean? That's one of the things that just goes bye-bye. You know, that was a good screwdriver. I'm pretty sure it was made in the USA. I don't remember who the manufacturer was. I just bought it because it provided me versatility. But I mean, I've since recovered. I mean, I built up my tool collection again, and it is, you know, it happens. Shit happens. But we came back strong. I mean, now I have a friggin' Snap-on guy, Mac Tools guy. I like those guys. I like hanging out at the Snap-on warehouse. Those are pretty good. Hey, Jimmy, and I had good night. Have yourself a good night, Jimmy. Get ready for work tomorrow. I know you got a tough day tomorrow. Get that Mustang done. That thing is awesome. You got that Mustang looking really cherry. Send me some pictures tomorrow if you're working on it tomorrow. Are you working on the Mustang? I gotta find my other bit. Where'd it go? Here it is. Yeah, that Mustang is really sweet. Oh, they painted it? Is it that blue? That light blue? Yeah, send pictures of it tomorrow, if you can. I want to see it. Or do a shorts. That'd be cool. You did a heck of a job on that. But good night, Jimmy. I'm going to keep going for a little bit longer then. And then I'm just going to head out. We'll just go a little bit longer. So does anybody have any questions? Any pieces of advice or need advice on tools? Like we've used a lot of tools in this shop. Need home improvement advice, automotive advice. We'll give you the best we can give you. But don't come to me for any kind of law advice. I'm not good at that. Boy. What a week. What a week. But I will say we got some good momentum going in the shop today. You know, with talking about tool talk. And it's been really nice today having this tool talk live. But we're making it happen, guys. Gonna make it happen. These Japanese screwdrivers are the best. Nothing like it. Nothing like the ball grips. Ball grips for the win, guys. A ball ratcheting hex driver. So this is my ball grip collection. I got a lot of Veto, Annex, the Klein stuff. Well, for Klein, Vera has only fixed bladed ball grips. Like this is my favorite screwdriver right now is going to be this one, the Klein ratcheting. I like ratcheting screwdrivers and ball grips. So these are my favorite ones, and the Annex. But if you're looking for a hex, Papas, I'm going to tell you right now. A lot of guys know I'm repeating myself over and over again, but I'm going to tell you this: the best bits I've ever used for a multi-bit driver. Okay, we're just talking multi-bit drivers. These are impact rated, but I don't know how good they are impact rated because I've only used them twice. Are these bits right here? Hold on one second. Let me pull this out for you. Is the Geinzern fixed edge bits. So we talked about these earlier. The 4-inch bits, but they come in hex. So you can get hex sizes. Here's a 4-inch hex size. They only come in metric because these are, I think, made in China or something, but they have the 6-inch too. So if you get, like, say, the Klein ball grip right here, right? And you get one of these. Hold on. Look how perfect and balanced this is. So now you got a hex style of ratcheting screwdriver. No need for an Allen wrench or Allen keys. There you go, hex. The only thing that sucks is like they don't offer SAE, but you can get a 3-inch Work Pro, a set of Work Pros from 3-inch. They're all black impact rated, and those are 3-inch, so they'll come down a little bit further down, so about here. And I recommend those. But if you look at a screwdriver like this, this is like the perfect balance. And then they do have 6-inch bits. So if you want a 6-inch bit, you can get a little bit more of extended reach. But to me, this is the perfect style. This 4-inch fixed edge by Geinzern. And you can get them on Amazon or AliExpress. But I got mine. I got one set at one of my sets was from AliExpress, but I wouldn't buy them there because they took forever to get here. So I would recommend going to Amazon. Well, you'll get them faster. They have 2-inch and 1-inch bits, but I have plenty of 2-inch and 1-inch bits. But for anything like that has a style of screwdriver handle, multi-bit driver like this size, like this style, or like the wearers, like here's the Centrofix Riha, or the Vessel, this ratcheting screwdriver, that's where that 4-inch is like the best. And I'm telling you, these are super quality bits. Like if you feel them, they don't feel like your standard multi-bit drivers. Like this thing, there's the Geinzern. That's the brand that you want. Faster, stronger, longer, fixed edge. They have like this special coating on it. But like I said, these are all impact rated, but I only use this twice on an impact. No problems, but I don't know over the long term what these are going to be like impact rated as an impact bit. But to me, as a regular multi-bit driver for that style, not for this style, because you want to keep the balance. You only use 1-inch 1-inch bits with something like this, with this type of bit holder. But if you use the handle style like this or like this, then you get the 4-inch. The balance is there. And like I said, you can customize it with the 6-inch bit. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. And the good thing is you can get into like recessed areas with these bits because you don't have to worry about a bit like this one. For example, like this one, you put a 1-inch bit on this, you have this collar on the bit holder that's going to kind of restrict you from getting into really tight areas. So definitely recommend. That's why I'm highly recommending these bits, the 6 or the 4s, but I prefer the 4s because they really look good balance wise with those style of multi-bit drivers, and they're not really expensive. Like I bought the whole set and and I bought them a little bit at a time, so I don't spend like blow my money on one shot. And I bought a little bit at a time until I got the full set, and I really love these. Like I highly like. I don't make any money on those. Like I do have the affiliate links with Amazon, but I don't like. I'm not making any other commissions on that. Just a paltry sum, but you can get them on Amazon just by me telling you right now. Just put in Geinzer and Fixed Edge bits, and clearly the best bits on the market. For multi-bit drivers. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'm advertising them for them because I believe in how good they are, and they're magnetic too. The magnet isn't super strong, but they're magnetic. So they do have it, and if you put put it on a magnetizer, even more magnetic. So we already tried that tonight. It's all good. And yeah, so I'm definitely I recommend the Kleins, the Annex. To be honest with you, those two, but you got to get the gray Annex, not the red one, because the gray Annex has the three settings. So one for tightening, the locking mode, or the loosening switch. And the Klein's got the same thing, but the smoothness, this is the difference between the Klein and the Annex. Is the Klein has only a 24 tooth ratcheting mechanism, and the Annex is a 72 tooth. So there's a huge difference in when it comes to how smooth it feels, low back drag. They both have low back drag, but the Annex really low back drag. It's so smooth, but the 72 tooth, but it depends on how much you're using it, like for torquing. Like if you're using a screwdriver to torque a lot, I would go Klein. If you want more precise, more finish work to middle torquing, I would use the Annex all day. I recommend the Annex. Like I said, my favorite screwdriver is right now the Klein 24 tooth one, the brand new one, but it's very close. Like if you were to have a vote in my brain, it would be 52% Klein to 48% Annex. That's how close they are. Like as far as like for the best screwdriver on the market in my brain, from my opinion. I like standard handle screwdrivers, but I just prefer the ball grips much better because the ergonomics. And as I'm getting older, it just feels better. I mean, I'm a grandfather now. I still do work. I got my handyman business and that kind of stuff. But I'm not. I'm at the point where bringing lighter loads, less things to carry, is the better way to go. And so I'm just doing that nowadays. And I'm doing smaller jobs than big jobs because hell no, I don't have the capabilities I did when I was younger. Let's just put it that way. I'm not doing that. And if people want to do automotive, like I have people just come to my house. They sit down, relax, have drinks, and I fix their cars or whatever. Whether it's brakes, batteries, or whatever, I'll do it here. Sometimes I'll go on the road if it's a minor job, something very easy and quick and minimal tools. But otherwise, I'll have people come over here and I'll work on cars for clients and just do like bigger jobs. I'll do here, not like the biggest jobs. Like I won't do transmission pulls. I won't do engine pulls. I'll do basic to mid-level work. I won't do like heavy duty type of work because I don't have a garage to do that, and I don't have a lift. So I limit myself until I get out of here and move to another place and have a lift. I'm able to get a lift in the garage or whatever. I like to get a 4-car garage or like a bondominium with those huge bondo garages. Those things are massive. I want something like that when I retire. So there's that. And get the bondo going on, and just put a lift in there, and just then I can go do a bigger job. I can do engine pulls and work on cars like that way. A lot easier than doing it like kind of like I'm doing it. I'm already too old to be doing all that jazz like I used to do back in the day. Is like even getting on top of a roof. No way. Absolutely not. It is what it is. I'm not going to be doing the jobs I used to do when I was younger. Whether it's in certain, like I'll still do framing. I just won't do roofing. No more roofing, nothing. I'll do framing, building. The only roof I'll do now is I got to build a lean-to shed, but that's not even going to be high. It's a lowish lean-to shed to my regular shed, and hopefully, I'll have it done this summer. I'm not gonna go too crazy for it, like, and just do I'm just gonna do a basic to match my other shed, and because I ran out of storage, and I need to get stuff out of my shed and put it into the lean-to, because I'm just gonna use it as like that junk closet, but for the stuff that I need to put it in the lean-to shed, like the big 12-foot skeleton from Home Depot. We got the big 175-gallon tote from Husky that fits that skeleton, and I don't want it in my shed, but I really have no place to put it. We had it down here, but I didn't want it there because it was horrible. Yeah, I'm still doing jobs for people, but I'm doing minor jobs. So I try to keep it minimum, because I have my main job, and then my handyman's my side business, and then the YouTube stuff, social media stuff is right after that. So I do electrical, plumbing, but not the dirty plumbing. I don't do anything with sewage. The hell with that. I'll do clean plumbing. Like the most dirtiest job I'll do is change a toilet. But I like to work under the sink. I don't mind clearing out sink drains and stuff like that, but I won't do anything that has to do with sewage. Hell no. Absolutely not. I'll do carpentry, framing, woodworking. I love doing all that stuff. Automotive. Within my capabilities and capabilities of the stuff that I have here, the capabilities of the shop, what the shop can provide, and everything's outside, and the weather. I won't do any automotive stuff in the weather unless it's an emergency for myself or my wife or my kids. That's it. I won't work on other people's cars. But now that the warmer weather is here, I already have a lot of people doing appointments, whether it's brakes, batteries, coils, spark plugs, that kind of stuff. And any bigger job that they need to do, I mean, we got to do it as long as the weather agrees. And that's pretty much the gist of it. Like, otherwise, you got to go to a car shop, even in the wintertime. Like, I'll do my own oil changes in the warm weather, but I'm not doing them in the dead of winter. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I'll go to the Ford dealership, the Quick Lane, and do my oil changes there. But I got a lot of automotive work ahead of me. I would say a good chunk of my handyman business is doing electrician's work, especially these last 2 years. I'm telling you, it's been less carpentry, less plumbing than ever. And there's been just a lot of issues with people having like electrical issues, whether it's busted up receptacles, just arcing inside the receptacles, bad breakers, changing all that kind of stuff, finding shorts behind drywall. I mean, it's never end. These last 2 years have been unbelievable crazy, and I prefer doing electrical. I like to do automotive stuff and electrical, especially electrical. And I was for a long time doing more carpentry and woodworking for a while, but I just kind of like lost the motivation for a lot of that stuff. And so I said, I got to get my juices flowing. And because it got old, it got repetitive. And not that I stopped loving doing woodworking, I'm still doing some woodworking, but and some carpentry, but it just got repetitive for a while. And just people were asking me to do this and do this and do jobs. And I'll do them to get paid, but I'm not as motivated for those jobs where I prefer doing right now more electrical and automotive stuff. That's where right now my juices are flowing. I'm excited because it's something new, and then the challenge of diagnosing like a short in a car or a fuse or something oddball, some oddball stuff in the automotive sector or electrical. It challenges me and it keeps me on my toes. But I know there's going to be a point where that's going to get old, but I'm still going to do it. And then I'll go back to woodworking and carpentry and doing that because that's pretty much my meat and potatoes these days. Like, as far as like my knowledge of woodworking and carpentry is like up here. Um, and I can do that for a living, but I know it'd get old and I'm already old. So I gotta do something that makes me feel motivated and happy. And right now it's the automotive stuff in electrician stuff. So I'm buying my clamp meters. I'm buying new meters, testing them out. I still have to get a Fluke meter. I don't have Fluke, but I gotta say I love my Klein. My Klein has been really outstanding for me. My Klein tools. Uh, Klein's been very good to me as far as doing getting me tools and stuff like that. I gotta say they sent me the whole mod box with the drawers. They've been really good to me. I can't complain. I love my Milwaukee packouts, but I gotta say the Kleins have stepped it up a notch. Like as far as the durability of the drawers, because I know with the Milwaukee packouts, the drawers, if you put a lot of weight in it, it starts sagging in the middle and it'll scrape. Depending which drawer it is. So if it's like the bottom drawer, it'll scrape the bottom. If the top drawer, it'll scrape on top of the next drawer. I mean, it's still good. It's relevant. They're fantastic. They're still a premier system, but I think Klein has them beat because you're not going to get that sagging, and they both offer a lot of accessories. I love, like I said, I'm not knocking Milwaukee. Milwaukee's the OG when it comes to building a mobile storage system the way they do, and coming out with all these types of accessories, as well as people making their own aftermarket accessories like Wiki Designs. Oh my God, that guy's a genius when it comes to making 3D printed stuff. I have a 3D printer. I'm just not proficient. I bought one. It's an Ender 3 V3 at Micro Center for like $100, and it's okay for what it is. I mean, I haven't used it in a long time. I want to learn more. I'm still kind of 3D stupid, so I gotta watch videos and learn more on how to do 3D printing from some YouTubers and how to the differences between the print rolls and and the nozzles and what's better, what'll work for me. I getting the program to be able to make things. If I learn, I'll show the product that I make. I don't know if I'll ever sell it because I don't think I have that in me to be making stuff like some other like big YouTubers that sell on Etsy and stuff. I don't think I could ever get into that. That's just too much work. Like what's the name? Shop Nation. He does it. He started off in his house and now he's doing it. He's killing it. He's got his own he either rents or bought a building where he does all that stuff. He's killed it. There's a lot of YouTubers that do 3D printing, and then they have like a whole bunch of like 3D printers. I'm just gonna have one for me, and then maybe if somebody like I'll do it for friends, but I'm not doing it. I don't think I want to ever do it for sales because that's just too much investment. Maybe I don't know. I mean, never say never. If it takes off, you know, maybe I'll do. I don't know. I would have to come up with something genius that nobody thought of to be able to. I don't know. It just depends. That's the nature of the beast, and I have to learn because I totally suck at that. I don't understand. It's definitely a younger guys type of thing. Um, but and we'll see. Never say never. I mean, I would have to buy a lot of machines to produce that kind of stuff. Dan says, I want to do woodworking. Metal fabrication would be fun. I need to figure out the three. Yes. That's another thing I got to learn, Dan. I don't know how to weld. That's that's another thing I have to learn is welding. Welding and 3D printing. Uh, Metal fabrication. I would definitely be on board with that. Like to do work with metal, use make like little windmills with little metal things like those ones you put on top of farms for the chickens and stuff. Like I like to do that. I think I can do that. Um, but I have to learn how to weld. And once I learn how to weld, I'm probably gonna have to get one of those Vulcan ones because I want to go big or go home. You know what I mean? So I would definitely get a Vulcan welder. One of the new ones that we saw at SEMA. Those are the ones I want to get and learn. I want to just learn and be proficient at it where I can have more versatility for my automotive work, or whether I'm welding a new heat shield, a new pipe for the mufflers, exhaust system, stuff like that, or just custom making metal things, accessories for my shop or whatever would be very cool. Um, but that's a skill I have yet to learn, and I'm going to learn. I might have to teach myself through trial and error. I don't know. I want to learn, and maybe I'll take a classes as long as the classes aren't too expensive. Uh, do that, and then just add another little tool to my tool belt of knowledge and skills. I call that a tool, getting more knowledge. Same thing with 3D printing thing, getting all that jazz. But it's pretty cool. I mean, welding is fun. If you mix your woodworking, welding, and 3D printing into a whatever it would be, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Uh, Dan said, I have a friend that has his own CNC plasma cutter. It's like 10 feet. Wow, that's a big sucker. Yeah. I don't want to get that's like industrial fabrication, commercial fabrication. That's way over my head. I'm just gonna do small stuff. I want to get that's another thing. Getting a CNC, like one of those small ones. Um, what's that brand? Not the sharp one, the other popular. What's the name of one? I can't think of it. OK, OCK, something like that. OKC. The one that Matt at 731 Woodworks has, that brand. Yeah, that's way too big for me. I also want to get like to do lasers and stuff like the etching on wood. That'd be pretty cool. Or you can etch metal. You can do laser etching. Or do some things like that with the glow forge. That's another good laser. Something like that. But at the end of the day, when I'm talking, I don't really have the room for all this stuff in this shop. This shop is tight as it is. I would have to, when I move out of here and get like a bigger shop, then I can start thinking about getting like a laser etcher cutter type thing, a CNC. I don't have the room in here. Like I wish I did, but my space here is limited, so I can only work with so much here. Even if it's on wheels, it's just gonna look ridiculous in the shop. So that's what it is here. I'm limited by space. What are you gonna do? Well, it's 11:19, guys. I'm gonna call it quits. But you'll have yourselves a good night. Next Wednesday we'll be doing another Wednesday CE Tool Talk live on Wednesdays. Tool Talk Wednesdays. Dan, have a good night. Yeah, yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? I have a basement shop. Whatever your space is, you know, I can't even get like I wanted to get a one of those Craftsman saws, the what are those saws called? Not the miter saws, but the ones that the radial arm saw, the radial arm saws. But yep, late. Have a good night. Papa's Tool Shed night. Nice to have you guys over here on the live talk. I appreciate all you guys for being here. And have a good night. Go get your grunt shirt. They're tools, so it's not hoarding. Get that shirt, grunt style. Recommend it. It'll give your wife the eye roll. All right, good night, guys. Bye.